welcome. This is Jose, aka Sonomonjo. This is Isano's Den of Otakus. I'm here with. Please introduce yourself, guys.
Yeah, I'm Baker or Mactastic or the giant worm from Dune.
Shia Halud.
Yep. Who are you, sir?
I am flow nominal.
You got his name right.
Flow nominal. Flow
Yeah,
nominal.
sure. I'm going with it this week.
Okay. Just this week, though.
Just this week. Next week will be different.
All right. So we didn't have time. We ran out of time last week because our schedules are not lined up right now. So instead of reviewing something this week, we're gonna go ahead and just kind of pick up the news for October 29th through the 26th. And then the 27th through October 26th through November 2nd, which is today. Hopefully I can get this up by tomorrow, which is Sunday, the 3rd. I'm gonna try and make that the schedule, but I'm not gonna guarantee or promise anything. So, a fan letter, did you guys watch it? I know
Uh,
Salem, you're not a
yeah.
one fan.
Flow Nominal actually sat down with me. We watched it together, and it was really good. I liked it.
It's really good.
What do you guys
Uh,
think of the guy who pretty much keeps Chopper's bounty down? What a fan, huh?
yeah,
Oh,
Salem really enjoyed that character.
oh yeah, he was my favorite. No, I did not like him. I was invested in the brothers actually.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually gonna be
So,
really sad if one of them died. So
so does it bother you that it's non-canonical, or do you just enjoy it as it is? Kind of like a love letter to fans. It's kind of
Uh,
like how fans feel in real life, and then we're
I
kind of like self-inserted. I don't know.
I don't know if Odo was directly involved, but it feels like it could go into the canon, so I'm not mad at it. And it's a good look into like what the world would look like from a non-devil fruit user's point of view, like during Marineford or just at any point. It's crazy how like a regular person would feel in that world.
well, shit. When we were watching it together, honestly, I'm not a One Piece fan. I'm sure our listeners probably know that, but when we were watching it, I remember saying, like, man, it must suck to be a regular Marine with just a gun when
Hmm.
literally your surroundings are being obliterated, turned to ice, turned to lava, whatever. It must suck so bad.
Yeah.
Being sucked into a black vortex, Whitebeard is breaking the fucking he's just breaking reality.
Like the ground beneath your feet could just be destroyed at a moment's notice.
Mm-hmm.
You being locked in a bird cage. There's really like nothing that can happen. Like these people are they're like, oh shit, fucking Luffy's coming this way. We better take a vacation. That's actually
Hmm.
something I was gonna say because the Dragon Ball Z Kai has been redubbed with most of the One Piece cast. I would be like I'd be doing something else, but there was a scene where it was I think it was like Tien, Chaozu, Piccolo, Gohan, and Krillin, and that's Sanji, Zoro, Luffy, Usopp, and Chopper, and they were all talking, and I was like, I could literally just in my head just picture the One Piece cast, and I was doing it on purpose, and I was like, this is funny.
Hmm.
But anyways, I liked it too. I have nothing else to say other than like it was really well animated. It was funny. I liked it. But yeah, like that's really all I have to say about it. Like anything else you guys got to say about it?
It's just a really nice little side story. I mean, I don't really necessarily know if it really affects anything in the story. I mean, sure, I know you cited once or twice that like maybe some things looked different, but it was probably just an animation thing, something like that.
I don't remember what you're talking about exactly, but
Oh well, there were certain like clips of like Luffy doing something. I remember you saying that looked like a little different
oh,
from what you remembered.
that was just like a joke, like referring to when he first returns and he's fighting when he's fighting the pacifista.
Okay, well, I was not going to catch that, man. I haven't watched One Piece, so
That's okay. That's okay. It was more a joke than anything. It was just like that's not how I remember this all going down.
yeah, that's about
Well,
it. I think.
it's definitely not a goodbye, but more of a I'll see you later from the One Piece crew, I guess, or the One
Hmm.
Piece team since it's going on hiatus for a little bit. But like we've said, re-edited Fishman Island coming soon. I did have something I think in here for that.
Yeah,
Yeah, one postponed to November 3rd tomorrow, because of apparently the World Series in Japan. So
yeah.
segueing into that,
World
One
Series
Piece.
very large in Japan.
Yep. So One Piece, getting it straight into the news. One Piece log, Fishman Island Saga anime postponed to November 3rd due to the World Series. So, are you gonna catch this then, Sherm, day one, or are you gonna maybe wait on this?
Probably not. I've seen some of the side screenshots, and it doesn't look like it adds enough for me to go back and watch it again. Uh,
Okay.
this seems like more of their efforts towards making One Piece more digestible for newer fans, which is always a good thing to get people in. Because I don't know how you personally felt. I have my own feelings about Fishman Island, but it is kind of a drag.
This is Cody Jones, right?
Yeah,
I didn't care for this guy. His entire thing of, "Oh, we'll gotta stand up to Arlong," like, I liked everything around it, but I didn't care for Arlong. I like the Sunfish Pirates, like, backstory and lore.
hmm
I liked how we get more lore about, like, how they came to be, about how like, the whole prejudice thing, like, yeah, it makes sense.
hmm
Then Hody Jones is just a nothing villain. His whole power is taking a bunch of steroids, and I was like, whatever." I was
That's a
kind of over
sentence.
it.
That's a sentence. Man, his power is taking a bunch of steroids.
So I've said this before, probably to you both, but I'll say it again. I feel like Oda left a lot of threads loose at Fishman Island that will eventually come back around. It's kind of it seems to me that it is the Skypiea arc all over again, where a lot of people hated Skypiea because they thought nothing really happened, and then come to find out 500 chapters later that it was actually an important piece of the story.
Well, see, the
Uh,
thing for me is Skypiea was actually entertaining from front to end, and I liked long-eared Eminem. What was his name? I'm
Anel.
blanking. Yes, Anel. I liked Anel. I didn't really find too much fault in Skypiea myself personally, but with Fishman Island, I think the biggest detriment to it was Hody Jones. He was literally the thing holding it back, in my opinion. So, like,
Yeah,
he just was not compelling. He was not good. When you put him side by side with like Flamingo or Arlong himself, he just does not compare.
yeah, he's definitely like bottom of the list for One Piece villains, but like I said,
Honestly, he feels like a filler enemy, like,
yeah, for sure.
but he's canon. Like, there's nothing else we can say.
Yeah, like I'd put him below fucking the guy from Long Ring Long Land.
Oh, fucking
Ever,
Foxy, the
yeah,
Foxy
ever,
guy.
yeah. Foxy was fucking sick. I love Foxy.
Even
I
though I
don't.
hate that arc, I will say at least Foxy's a little bit more memorable. Yeah.
Yeah, like I know a lot of people dog on Long Ring Long Land, but honestly, it was kind of enjoyable, like a goofy side adventure. It can feel like filler, but whatever, man. It wasn't even that long.
No, it was at least like 1 volume long, which isn't too terrible. Maybe 10 chapters max if I remember correctly, but it definitely wasn't 2 volumes. Because it's like we get this little like break of what we just got, and then boom, a Koji literally kicks it off.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
Cowboy's sick.
but yeah, man, One Piece, Log, Fishman, Island Saga postponed to November 3rd. When people are hearing this, it'll be the day of. One Piece will probably be premiering. But a week ago, people would have had to wait. So hey, at least people won't be waiting any longer. Kind of.
Also tangenting off that slightly, congratulations to Shohei Ohtani and the Los Angeles Dodgers for winning the World Series.
Oh, did they?
Yep. Relevantly, Shohei comes out to the opening for One Piece. Like,
Oh, does he? Oh, I think the one time I brought him up about the opening was I think his wife picked the JoJo theme, right?
yeah, he might change it, but I believe at one point during the World Series games, he came out to "We Are," which I thought was a nice touch. Also, I think when he entered the 50 for 50 club, 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases, I think he did the Kamehameha to like the dugout.
What? Okay.
Man just loves
Okay.
anime.
Okay.
Hey, that's a guy I can get behind.
Yeah,
Soldier on, King. Soldier on.
yeah.
Um,
He's the boy.
so I did want to say that if next week we do get through the 3 episodes of Arcane, like whatever our time frame is, what time are you guys usually up and already on Discord?
Uh,
We'll probably cut
you
this out, but
Um,
you don't want to know the answer. It's early.
is it like 6 o'clock?
Yeah, probably.
Both of you?
Probably. No, not me. Not
I
me.
was-
I'm probably up and around like 8 or 9, something like that.
Okay.
Like actually on the computer.
Okay, if possible. Okay, so this is the look back trailer. This is that Fujimoto one shot that he did a while back and they turned it into a movie. It looks like it's coming to Amazon Prime and I think it's
Oh.
officially so this is he definitely doesn't just do happy endings or a normal story. So if you
I
guys
see.
maybe want to give it a go, it's not that long.
I mean, I do have Amazon Prime for I got a trial and then I forgot to cancel it, so it charged me. So I mean, like I could watch this if I wanted to.
Yeah,
Uh,
I pay for Prime just because I ship everything to
I
myself.
I
fair
should be
enough.
able to find this somewhere. I could watch it.
Let's see. Look back, right?
Yep, look back. So I brought this up a few times a while back, but I hadn't brought it up again because like really I didn't know when it was going to come to the US. Came out in a couple theaters overseas, a couple European territories, and it came out in Japan like a couple months ago. So we're finally getting it. So I was just thinking like knowing Fujimoto where his stories at first seem straightforward and then they just take a tragic left turn. I do kinda wanna watch this. I
I,
do think it'll be good animated.
I don't know. Fujimoto with Chainsaw Man for sure. It was definitely like strange from the beginning.
Well, the thing is, like, we only got 12 episodes, so, like, we haven't even hit the, like, weirdest parts or the most tragic parts, I would say. We're really still in, like we're really still in, like, the beginning, I would say.
Yeah, I really hope we get to the gun. Do you think we get to the end of part one with the next series after the Rize movie?
We should be at the end of part 1 because I
I
think right now, the manga, it's wrapping up part 2, and with everything that's fucking happened,
mm-hmm.
I'm just like, he does this shit. Like, you thought Gege was, like, taking you for a spin? Fujimoto is doing it on purpose.
Gege didn't take me for a spin. He just confused the fuck out of me to where I stopped caring about his piece of art.
So, you remember how, like, it would be like, "Oh, this guy's the strongest character. Ah, it doesn't matter." Or, like, "Here we have, like, too much exposition."
Mm-hmm.
Well, Fujimoto is more show, don't tell,
Yep.
rather than Gege, which was tell, then show, and then be confused because what he said, you're not really understanding what's
Mm-hmm.
happening now. So, yeah,
Yep.
Fujimoto is more like he shows rather than tells you, and then you just got to be like, okay, that was a thing, I guess.
So his way of storytelling is less confusing, is what I'm hearing.
It's
Mm-hmm.
less confusing, but it'll still leave you it'll still leave you a little bit mind fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And you'll just kinda be like, "Sure, yeah, okay,
A, g-
that's one way to do it."
a good way to put it is when I was reading Chainsaw Man, every chapter left me wanting to read the next chapter, whereas when I was reading Jujutsu Kaisen, I was like,
I don't get it.
I don't understand exactly what happened. I'm fine with where we are currently. I guess I'll read the next chapter when it comes out. But I'm not like
Yeah,
I would let it stack up for like weeks at a time.
yeah, and no, Chainsaw Man, like, every time my viz goes, "A new chapter, Chainsaw Man," I'm like, "Alright, let's go. What's happening right now? What's happening?"
Man,
I'll
I
give you a
remember. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, current chapter, just out of context, people are trees. What does that mean? You won't you won't know until later.
Okay, that sounds awesome. Actually,
Doesn't
they're just
matter.
trees.
It's provocative. Gets the people going.
Well, I
Eh
remember seeing people, posts on Twitter because I'm there all the time, and like random videos where people have interest in like Jujutsu Kaisen specifically. Like they would just randomly say it because of course it's mainstream. But I remember people always like sounding super hyped for like the next chapter and the next chapter and everything. And when I hear from you guys that have actually like read the story, it makes me wonder, like, the people that were so hyped and they kept being hyped, like, were they understanding everything that Gege was like putting into the story, or were they also confused? You know what I mean?
I think
I
they were
feel like it
also confused, but they have shonen brain. Like these are the people that were like, man, just wait till that next season of Attack on Titan drops. It's gonna be so fucking good. And then me
I
and
feel
Jose
like
read it and we're like, he kind of fumbled that ending.
yeah. I also think that whenever like whenever Gege would drop a chapter, everybody would get on it and they'd be like they'd read. Like there'd be some people who would religiously read back to back, and then everybody would get together on an online forum and then start picking it apart and being like, okay, this means this means that. Oh, and then like by the time people started making like YouTube shorts and videos about it, everybody started going, that must be what it means. But they're all
Mhm.
saying the same thing, but it's like the content creators are just copying from a bunch of forum posts, so it's getting regurgitated, and then everybody's agreeing, and then like the content creators are making it like presenting the newest chapter, in a very like digestible way rather than Gege's fucking in this moment at the moment of defeat in a certain light, the way it reflected around.
Mm.
It's like people make it more like digestible and appealing rather than Gege's way of just overcomplicating it to the point where you're confused as fuck. I think
Okay.
that's what kept
I
Shonen Bros engaged.
That makes sense. I could definitely understand that then.
Also, you have to remember they were waiting for a major character return for the longest time.
Oh
And
yeah.
guess what? I guess you'll just have to read to find out.
Hmm.
So I mean, I am definitely excited for Look Back. It has looked appealing to me since the first trailer came out, but knowing Fujimoto, he is definitely somebody I just can't wait, what is this?
Oh, so Flow Nominal here just sent something in the Discord chat.
Yeah,
So wanting to hold off, eh?
I
Let's
can't.
let's
I don't
do
want to say. I can't.
well,
Okay.
let's not spoil
Okay.
it for the good people who are anime only, but
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah,
they
you're
can
right.
they can form their own opinions when it happens.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, Fujimoto, he's definitely somebody I can never trust to just tell me a beginning, middle, end kind of story. It'll be like he'll definitely give me a beginning and middle, and then he'll be like, "Hey, did you like that? All right, now I'm throwing it into this cannon and shooting it at the moon." I'm
Mhm.
like, all right, thanks, Fujimoto. I really
I,
appreciate that.
I really can't wait to see the Gun Devil animated. That's going to be a big moment. Like
Oh, oh yeah.
that chapter was so good for me, and like even me who normally doesn't grasp the information on a page very well, I was like, this is great.
It went pretty hard.
Fujimoto, you did fantastic with this.
I also did want to bring up this trailer. Now, I know you
Mm.
guys are
Mm. Is that Amanda Waller again?
yeah, yes, sir.
Well, I'm
Now
not
this
seeing her
is
do the
the
Waller. That's not her.
Yep.
Now, this is the Amanda Waller from the Suicide Squad movies.
Mm-hmm.
Same one. I mean, she even looks like it.
Mm-hmm.
That's supposed to be the father of what was his name? The guy
Oh, just say the first thing that comes to mind.
I want to say Flash, but it's not Flash. Remember the guy spoilers for Suicide Squad 2021, John Cena killed him.
John Cena killed a guy.
Wait, was that Blight? Not what you're talking about, Jose. Sorry. I mean, in the show, is that Blight?
Uh,
The toxic skeleton dude.
this
Business.
guy?
Yeah, that's Blight, right?
The Bride. Hold on. Dr.
Doctor.
Phosphorus.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess Blight's design isn't exactly too
Is that just
unique. So
just
fair
the
enough.
fucking grandpa from Ben 10, by the way?
The guy who got thrown in there?
No,
Oh,
the
you mean Max Tennyson?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
Max
one.
Tennyson.
That right
That looks
there.
that looks like Max Tennyson.
There's
Max
Matt.
Tennyson and
Dude,
people.
The plumbers
what's
really went downhill.
yeah,
Yeah, they
well,
became mob bosses.
you-
Weasel.
talking about a show that had deeper lore than it had any right to. Ben 10, by the way.
Man,
Oh
Ben
yeah,
10
dude,
was
that
so
show went
enjoyable.
crazy. I
Dude,
think it went downhill after the Omniverse stuff.
honestly, I'd have to agree with you on that because for the most part, like what Ultimate Alien, like the
I think it
OG Ben 10 show,
I
like
think
those
it
were
yeah, in my opinion, I think was it Ultimate Alien or the one before that? Because it was Ben 10 Ultimate Alien Force. I feel like Alien Force was where it peaked, and then Ultimate Alien is like it was good, but it wasn't Alien Force in my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you because going off of memory, like Alien Force was super good too. We had like the DN aliens and then some other like new villains, of course. But Ultimate Alien, that's when you got like Ultimate Humongosaur and everything. That it started to kind of pitter down for me too.
Yeah.
Man,
But
I remember I was in fucking middle school when they had that fucking special when Vilgax was coming back
Yeah.
for Alien Force, I think it was. I remember being so hyped, man, because he looked so cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then I look back on and I'm like, yeah, it was okay.
It's just okay.
It was all right, but I love Vilgax.
so
Thank
Man,
I
we
don't know
really
if
went
any
off
of
the
us
rails here.
I don't think we paid attention to this the
No, I
entire
was
time.
not
We
paying
just went on
attention.
that Ben 10 tangent.
Benton, it was pretty good. It's pretty
What's
good.
It
pretty good.
was.
What's Man of
I'm
Action doing right now? Is he working on something?
Oh, let's look it up.
Yeah.
Ben 10.
Oh man, I remember seeing there was like a Lego alien that Ben could turn into,
Oh, dude, Kafka.
and I was just
Oh,
revolted.
I think he has. Does he do comics too?
Looks like it. You'll
That's
have
the
to
Nice.
read.
cover.
You'd have to read some of these and let us know if they're good.
Oh, it's an Eisen winner too. Oh, Eisen nominated. Oh, well, that's not
Noir
terrible.
thriller.
Mm.
Which Which had Atelier is an Eisen winner. So
Oh
hey,
my
they're on the
god.
same boat. So this is what we were watching is Creatures Commando. Well, I already watched this. Does Group of Monsters as a Suicide Squad do anything for you than the actual Suicide Squad for you guys?
What
Um,
are we? Some kind of
kind of
suicide
Suicide Squad.
squad?
This is Katana.
If that's not in there, I don't know if I can watch it, man.
Yeah, it's gonna miss that special something, you know.
Yeah.
What about Katana swinging
Her
to,
sword
to
traps the
fight
souls of
souls
its
of its
enemies.
victims?
Yeah.
She'll
I
cut you
like
down at one sword swipe, just like mowing the lawn.
Like
I
mowing the
can't, dude.
lawn.
Dude, it's gold.
It's great. I love it.
do like
I'm sorry,
these are
it's coming out. Can't,
so
dude.
the Creature Commandos. Like, you guys know anything? Does the Bride, Frankenstein, Doctor
Dude,
Phosphorus
the
do
fact
anything
that I
for you
confused
guys?
Dr. Phosphorus with Blight from what Batman Beyond, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know anything about these dudes. I mean, on paper it sounds interesting, I suppose, but like after Suicide Squad Isekai, I'm kind of just like poisoned on the idea of like Suicide Squad stuff, so I don't really
Oh,
know.
well, these aren't Suicide Squad. They're Creature Commandos.
No,
So,
but
Very
you know what I
different.
mean, like a team of unique kind of, I guess,
individuals like
villain looking
from a
dudes.
jail. Look, if Amanda's Waller's involved, it's a Suicide Squad.
Are there some kind of charge in their neck that will detonate and kill them?
No, not in these guys anyways, because
Oh.
they call them like they're just like, oh, these are freaks, these are monsters, like we're already hiding them. So according to James Gunn, this animated like show is gonna be his first like the first part to his cinematic universe that he's building. Like this show is apparently gonna tie into that Superman movie that's gonna come out. In what way?
Who's
I don't know.
who's
Man,
playing Superman?
Let's see.
Mm-mm.
It's David Cornwest. Is that how you say it? Cornwest?
corn
Corin
sweat?
Sweat.
Corn Sweat? Oh man, dude, they gave him the broccoli hair as Clark Kent. Damn.
Hey,
I
he's
don't
not a bad looking guy though.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
recognize this guy,
Oh,
but
using 2024 Twisters? Let's go. I still need to watch that at some point.
dude, Glenn Powell has taken over the like hot blonde guy role. Like he's everywhere, dude. This dude, like I'll just say, he's a specimen of a man. But look, like
Oh yeah, he's good looking for sure.
I'm not gay, but that man is attractive.
he's he's very attractive.
The
Like
cowboy hat stays on.
The cowboy hat
uh,
must stay on.
I don't know if you
Also,
guys know any who
Arm-
Army Hammer is.
I mean, you're not talking about Arlie Hammer, are you? No.
No, Army Hammer.
I
Okay.
heard people making jokes that this was like his name, but I don't know about him.
So Army Hammer is like this dude, he was like the guy, but then he kind of got outed for like texting a bunch of girls on Instagram, some of
Mm,
them who were underage,
Man,
mhm.
what
and he
else is
was
new nowadays?
eh,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
here's the kicker. He was asking to eat them, like cannibal wise, like, "Oh, I'm
Wait,
gonna
really?
eat
Ah,
your like
Yo, that's interesting.
chop your liver and stuff."
Okay,
ah,
that's an interesting twist
a
on that. Okay.
cultured man that appreciates vor. Let's go.
So he quickly got dropped by Hollywood, and there was a void to be filled. And Glenn Powell, he snatched it right up.
Yeah, he was bred in a laboratory and it was his time to shine.
Now
I
it's
mean,
his
he was
turn to consume livers of girls he finds on Instagram.
well. I'll say this: apparently, like they redid because he was in Top Gun Maverick, and they kind of did an homage to the volleyball scene. And apparently, like Glenn Powell was the star.
Wait, who was he in the Batman movie? The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, was he in this movie?
It said he was in it. Probably some fucking minor character that's gonna take us forever to find.
Yeah,
Joey King was in it.
I'm guessing he was probably just like a guard or something.
Like, not even
Oh, there he is. He's right
Traitor
on
like a
number
board.
number
one.
one.
How could I forget the most memorable character?
I mean, that
Kid with
matters.
Apple,
Yep.
Warlord's daughter.
Yo,
Why do they
Tom
got Tom
Hardy.
Hardy down here? Jesus, all the top
No,
billing,
no,
apparently,
the,
all these guys.
no. The Dark Knight Rises makes sense for Tom Hardy to be on there. Oh, you mean down there? I don't know.
Yeah, why is he down here
It's
with
down.
Kid with
Well,
Apple and Detective
you know,
Cooper?
little known actor, you know.
Mad Max himself. All right, well, moving on from DC and Creature Commandos, I bring some news. Apparently, anime might collapse. The industry itself,
uh
I mean.
okay, I'm listening.
So I read this about 2 weeks ago, but from what I remember, it looks like like right here, the document in question was released by the United Nations, titled "Report of the Working Group on Issues of Human Rights and Transactional Corporations and Other Business Enterprises." So apparently, like anime is working itself to the bone, but there
Hmm.
is nobody else to kind of pick up the slack in Japan. And as much outsourcing as anime studios do already,
Mhm.
apparently that the pace the industry is going in, it's just gonna implode in on itself and just like we'll probably not have anime in like I guess the next 10 years. Also, apparently, like the problems, yeah, right here. The working group also expresses concerns about significant difficulties observing and addressing deeply embedded harmful gender and social norms, which was particularly evident in the workplace of discrimination harassment experienced by women, indigenous peoples, Baraku peoples, persons with disability, migrant workers. So this is just like a Japanese thing.
Mm.
So yeah. Apparently, the anime industry cannot keep itself sustained at this point. They need to either evolve or change
Mhm.
because it'll just, like I said earlier, it'll implode in on itself, and then we won't have anime. Like Toei themselves have implemented like okay, so this is an example I'm gonna kind of bring up. Back in the day when Walt Disney was also kind of running a sweatshop factory, the government kind of had to step in and say like treat your workers better, and Walt Disney was like all right fine. But what happened was it wasn't just Disney that kind of followed these rules. It was the entire animation industry in the United States that had to follow these rules. Well, the same
Mhm.
thing happened in Japan when like let's say for example, Toei has been the biggest anime distributor and creator for a really long time, right? You guys
Mhm.
know Tezuka, the Tezuka guy, the Astro Boy guy?
Oh,
When
I've
Mm.
heard
he
of
s-
them, yeah.
when he split from Toei, he created his own animation group, but he was making, like how anime was done in the early days. It was like pretty cheap, but you could do it fast and it would still look fine.
Mhm.
The kind of anime that's being done now is still from what was in place back then.
Mhm.
And when Toei was told to evolve and treat their workers better, give them more time off, and pay them a livable wage, apparently only Toei abided by that. No other anime studio had to abide by it. That's why, like the meme of MAPPA workers not seeing their family is always a joke. Like animators getting paid like I don't know what we make a month. Like we work minimum wage jobs. They're working to the bone on these animes and they're getting what we make or less sometimes because of like
Uh,
the Japanese dollar right now.
so from what I understood, I watched a video on this kind of recently. It's
Yeah.
most studios are like this. There are a couple outliers like Toei, and there's another big one that I can't remember the name of right now. But they restructured the way they do things. Like they pay well, and I believe based on how well the anime does, they get bonuses based on that. But like most of the studios right now just run like independent contractors, so that way they don't have to keep them on the books.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, the only thing that will happen is either we'll get a lot less anime, or like studios will continue to shut down and the good ones will stick around for however long it lasts. I mean, I think Toei will probably be self-sustaining as long as they have a product that they're willing to pay for and work on.
I mean, just
Uh,
seeing us like Toei does anime for like One Piece, Dragon Ball. They own Precure and a bunch of other magical girl stuff.
Oh,
I don't think they're in a lot of trouble. Plus, they're a subsidiary of like the big Toei group.
mhm.
They distribute the Godzilla movies and stuff, so they own a lot of properties. They're kind of
Yeah.
like the Warner Brothers of Japan or Disney of Japan. So they're not struggling, but it's other like smaller anime studios that pick up contracts and then they
Hmm.
do amazing work, but then it's like nobody really watches it or it didn't get the buzz. I guess what I would equate it to is kind of how like they make big movie blockbusters here, and if the movie doesn't reach $1 billion, it's considered a flop.
Hmm.
hmm.
It's kinda like that, I guess. So, yeah, these animation studios apparently, like, are going to take a big nosedive if they don't kinda change their ways soon. And
Hmm.
apparently the UN got involved, like, "Yo, we should be looking into this."
It's kind of not seeming good, actually.
Well, I do hope it does not collapse. I do hope, like, everything goes for the better, but the other thing that's kind of hurting these things is piracy. That is, like, the other issue, but that's a whole other can of worms, and they didn't even decide to, like, go into it in this article, but piracy is the other big thing is because if people don't watch it or pay, like, to watch it, then, yeah, they're not getting money, and it doesn't do well. Because these anime groups only like, when they get their numbers back, they're getting them from official, like, numbers, like, official stations in Japan, and then whoever bought up the rights to distribute overseas. None of the, like, the, I don't know, millions of people who are pirating it, they're not getting that data. So they're not getting that it is a popular show. So it's one of those things where it's like it's kind of a win-lose situation a little bit. But I mean, do you guys have anything to say about that? Do you guys? I
I mean, the
mean,
only thing I could really add to that from what you're saying is like maybe we could also hope too that if companies keep shutting down because of this, that maybe new ones will rise up and hopefully have like a better work ethic. You know what I mean? Like they'll care more.
Hmm.
I think I don't you're right, but I don't think it's always that they don't care more. I think it's always like they start up a project, they only have so much funding, and then like if it doesn't do well, then they're just it's done, they're over. I mean, look at Dynax. They had Neon Genesis. They had Gurren Lagann. They had Fooly Cooley. They had Panty and Stocking. And what did they do? They embezzled. They gave out personal loans. They mismanaged their money, and they eventually had to shut down. Like it's incompetence like that that also kind of leads studios to ruin, I guess. But that's like the exception because that's like the one studio I just remember in the last few years just seeing really being incompetent at their job. Funny, but
Hmm.
sad.
Well, when I say care, I just purely mean on like the pay and work hours side of things. That's all I mean.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. It's just Japan's not doing so hot, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I had another news in here. Apparently, MAPPA is releasing an anime called Lazarus. Now, who was this? Oh, it's gonna be a new anime for Toonami with MAPPA. It's gonna be with Shinichiro Watanabe. Apparently, he was involved somehow with Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, and Space Dandy, and it's gonna be with Mappa. Now, do you guys remember the last anime? The last two animes fucking Toonami put money behind?
Throw
Bev
some names out.
BV.
No. So
Damn.
they put money behind the pirate one.
What?
What pirate one?
It was like
I have like no knowledge of any pirate show.
Fina, that's what it was.
Oh,
Fina. I always get
Fina,
Fina
Pirate
and
Princess.
I get Fina and VV mixed up.
Yep, so
pirate show
they
sounds pretty good actually.
Yep, Fina, the Pirate Princess, and so it was Crunchyroll and Toonami. They both put money behind that show, and apparently it did moderately well. Well, after that, Toonami was like, "Let's keep this ball rolling," and they gave us the good old what was that one about the one where Sherm you couldn't even continue watching because it was so bad. The one about the ninjas.
Ninja Kamui.
Yup, that one.
Yeah, really struck gold with that one, eh, boys?
Yeah, did a great job, boys. I don't know,
Ninja
just
Kamui, they
Mex at
turned
the
into
end.
mechs in the end, and then Uzumaki. Took 5 years to come out, and by the end, we're just getting like fucking after Adobe effects, like
Good job,
bills.
everybody.
Let's give ourselves a round of applause. So, I mean, I can only kind of say good luck to Toonami and Mappa with this original show
Hmm.
because goddamn has the last few things kind of flopped in my opinion. Like Fina, I heard good things. I might watch it one day. But Ninja Kamui, I'll tell you this, I won't be there for that second season. R.I.P. Uzumaki. It did its best. First episode,
We'll
yeah.
say all of Shinchiro's work is pretty well beloved, even Space Dandy, which not a lot of people have heard of, but I've heard good things about it. Like Bebop, Shamploon, and Space Dandy are all quality programs, so I have faith that he'll probably make something worth watching.
I mean, I'd hope so too, but you gotta remember, everybody was super excited for Suicide Squad because it was Wit,
Uh,
I I
fucking the
I,
ReZero guy.
I was not excited. Just putting it out there.
well, I mean, at least for Sherm and I don't know if you felt this way too, Jose, in terms of like the guy that made ReZero, but we were not having high hopes for the story quality when we heard he was involved.
I
Look,
feel
the only reason,
feels like a
sorry,
project he attached his name to and was like, I don't care what you make, just fucking put my name on it.
no, with that story, I feel like he 100% wrote it. Just given like how you guys have this disdain for like ReZero, it's like Subaru and Amelia, like, but he makes that his main story. It's like, man, I can definitely see where a lot of that
Yeah,
went.
We
ReZero is
skimmed
such.
through that first episode of season 3. There was like it looked like the first fucking like half of the season of our slimy Isekai that everyone complained about. Like just fucking like 8 people sitting at a table fucking doing expositional dialogue and like Amelia and Subaru are there the whole time and it's like I'm not gonna fucking watch that.
Well, it seemed like what the last maybe 15 minutes or so was like actual like here's the like villain for this arc or something like that. Like it seemed like mainly it was just talk, 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 talk.
Isn't
Yeah.
that episode like like an hour long, like an hour and 20?
Yeah, we didn't actually sit down and watch it. We
Yeah,
just skimmed through it.
we skimmed
Oh
through
my
it, and pretty much every time we stopped, it was just characters yapping at each other. And I mean, maybe there was something interesting in there, but like the vast majority of it was just that. And then right at the end, that's when Sirius, the Sun Archbishop of Wrath, shows up, and even then, nothing really substantial happens.
Yeah.
Well, all I'll say is I thought Vivi was good. It was a little confusing, but I thought it was pretty good.
Wait, did he write Vivi?
Yes, that's why I gave it a shot because I thought, oh, this guy's grown up. I mean, he's already like an adult, but like his writing has, assume, improved. And then we got Suicide Squad Isekai, so
I
I was
I don't
wrong.
I don't know if Vivi had any like romantic elements, but I feel like if he pulled the romantic parts out of RE0, I would actually enjoy it.
No romance, no romance, really.
Well, there you go. If he stops writing fucking stupid romances, he might actually make a show worth caring about.
So, I mean, good luck to him. Good luck to Shinshiro. If it's good, maybe we can check out the first episode, just the first episode to see how it is. But seeing Mappa, well, not Mappa, but seeing Toonami's track record with putting money behind anime, I can't say I'm too thrilled or hyped, in my opinion.
I think as long as Shinichiro is got his heart in it, it should at least turn out decent. Can't say it'll be good, but all his other work seems to be pretty loved by its fans. So I need to eventually watch Bebop and Space Dandy and Samurai Champloo. Those are all on my watch list eventually.
Same. And then if we ever do all decide to watch them, we could probably review them and see how like we all fared. I did have another. Okay, so moving on from that, I have a story here. It looks like this is the light novel author to Goblin Slayer, and the
Okay.
Overlord cover artists are doing a new series called Blade and Bastard. They
Hmm.
even released a like little trailer for it,
Mm,
which is pretty funny in my opinion. I mean, the artwork to me looks pretty good. I like it. Here's some artwork if you'd like to see it. There's
hmm
some feet for you, but
for free.
for free.
Oh my
Sniff,
lord!
I
Big
guess.
I'm not a big feet guy.
Uh,
Tell you
Neither
right
am
no,
now.
no, I don't get it either. But it's fun to lean into the meme.
Yeah, it's true. No, it's like I have to massage my wife's feet, and I just fucking hate it. I hate it. I dislike it every time she goes massage my feet. I'm like, I dread it. I act like a 3-year-old, and I'm like, I just don't want to
Man's
touch.
getting PTSD flashbacks seeing feet in any media. He's like, oh
Mm.
Oh
no,
yeah,
I have to
dude.
massage.
No, I'm like, "Ugh, lotion on my hands. I don't want rough, coarse feet. No, dude, I
Dude,
turn
I'm
into
losing it.
Anakin. I turn into Anakin. It's rough, coarse.
Oh,
It gets everywhere.
and it gets everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this
Um,
artwork though, like this style, I'm kind of feeling it. I'm not gonna lie, because like the you said this guy did the cover art for Overlord. Is that right?
yeah, the light novel art for Overlord. Yep.
Yeah,
So
I've seen batches of art here and there for it, and I really like it. So this is doing
same.
something for me.
I don't know what this new fantasy thing will be. I'm sure it'll be a standard in a world of swords and wizardry. I'm just gonna be like, all right,
In a
I mean,
throw it
world
in
hey,
of
the
dark
blades
fantasy
and
on the
bastards.
dark fantasy on paper, I'm on board for as long as it
Mm.
is more on the serious side, I suppose.
That character on the right really gripped me.
this one right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
I can't imagine why, Sherm.
Neither can I.
Well,
Mystery.
look, deep in the unexplored reaches of a dungeon, a corpse is discovered, one that shouldn't exist.
Oh,
Okay, I did read this. It looks like the main character gets resurrected, and they probably shouldn't be.
oh,
And then, so what he does is he goes into the dungeon and just brings bodies back of dead adventurers.
Arise.
So, and then people, we don't get a rise, but
got to roll the
he is
gotcha. See if it
trying
works.
he is trying to see if they can be revived like him, but apparently
Wakey,
everybody
wakey.
scolds him. Everybody's like, "Oh, what's he doing? He's brain."
What a
Until
freak!
he meets Garbage, a young feral swordsman woman who's the
Garbage,
sole survivor of a massacred party. This looks pretty
garbage.
standard. Yeah, I know.
Garbage.
Okay,
A little on the
This
nose,
looks
aren't
pretty
we?
standard. I mean, I don't know what I'm kind of expecting, but
I
if
mean
it
it
gets an
doesn't sound
anime,
bad.
maybe.
Yeah,
Who wrote this again?
This is
Uh,
the Goblin Slayer author.
Mm.
and the overlord cover artist. They're coming out with a new, not a manga, I don't think. I think this is just a light novel.
Let's
Just on
go.
the side here, I do want to ask you guys: did you watch Goblin Slayer?
No.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. Jose, did you get all the way through it?
yeah.
Okay, well, that makes one of us. That's. I was just curious because I tried watching it, but I was just starting to get a little bored. Weirdly enough, when I was watching it, so
I watched it with somebody else.
ah,
We watched all of it, and I was like, that was pretty boring.
Mhm.
And then I never went back to it,
Mhm.
so I didn't care for it.
yeah,
Ooh.
not a slight against this new work or anything. I was just curious, is all because I remember when episode one came out for it, and everybody was losing their shit about it.
It's like, oh my god, she was about to get raped by a
The
goblin.
goblins. Oh, how could this be okay? And it's
Look at
you know,
what Japan did this week.
yeah,
Oh yeah, that was the start of it.
yeah. Look
No,
at what
First
they're
time that
creating
phrase
over
was
there.
uttered.
no, the start of it was probably Sword Art. It's weird that it happened multiple times in Sword Art too.
Oh yeah. All right,
It's
so let's
mandated. We
see.
need to have at least one scene per arc.
Dude,
Okay, so this is sorry, I was gonna move on. What were you gonna say before we move on?
I think that guy came out like the writer of Sword Art, and he's like, I've moved past my roots. I'm no longer doing that kind of stuff, and then it happened
And then he
again.
continued.
You know,
Well, I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm fairly certain there was like a rewrite or like a condensed version of the original Aincrad arc in Sword Art, like in manga form, if I'm not mistaken.
is Aincrad the one that people liked, or
Um,
is that the fairy one? I forget what they're called.
the one that people like, to my knowledge, is Alicization, which was after the Gun Gale stuff.
Right, and then
Aincrad was like the OG, like if you die in
yeah,
the game, you die for real.
you die.
That
You
thing.
die in real life. Yeah. Can't that one wasn't as bad. I don't know. Calling it
Um,
not as bad is probably a bad way to put it, but
my memory of Sword Art's actually pretty good.
well,
When it comes to Aincrad, it was like fine. Like it wasn't terrible. It's just that like it felt kind of plain Jane, weirdly enough.
mm-hmm.
Like main boy, you knew was going to be fine. He's building up friendships. They're trying to get out, whatever. Nothing to stand out. Gun. Oh wait, no. It was the fucking Alfheim Online. That was the elves and magic shit. That was
Yeah,
bad.
that
That was
one
just not
wasn't
good.
good. That one wasn't good. Hey Salem, there's a thing for you to look at on the screen.
Oh yes. Oh yes. My favorite.
Don't for
So
you see that last line at the bottom? Kenjiro Suda. That's your boy. That's the voice of Dio.
Let's
so
see. He's
I
voicing.
was reading a little bit of this, and it does look like this Kamen Rider anime film will be a prequel to the series. So I think this is something we can just jump in without any prior knowledge of Kamen Rider, FUUTO PI, Rider
Oh,
Skull. What is it? Kamen Rider. Oh, sorry.
excuse me.
Masked Rider Skull. There, I have to get
Um,
it out for the Western audiences.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, Common Rider Skull. Yeah, he's so cool. But yeah, if it's a prequel, yeah, I don't see any reason why like anyone couldn't jump in then.
Yeah, and I do like here that says the returning cast is all these people, which I don't know. Do these look like characters to you, Salem?
Do they look like Oh yeah, dude. Shotaro and
Philip,
Philip are our main boys, our main dudes for the main show. Let's see, Akiko's
Tokami, Tokami. Is that how you say it?
Tokime. I
Tokime.
don't recognize that name, oddly enough. But Akiko was like their, I guess, like companion. Oh, her. She wasn't in the main series.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
into this.
But Akiko was like their, I guess, like kind of joke, but like support character as well. She's actually the daughter of the detective that trained Shotaro, our main boy. So she helps them out and tries to get them out of situations. It's pretty good.
So it does say right here that the regular screenings for this movie is going to come out on November 9th, but in Thailand they're going to get it's coming out on the 3rd. So if we were in Thailand right now, we could watch it tomorrow, but we
Oh
can't.
my god.
I really ought to actually watch these animated films because, like, I did, like, the last Kamen Rider series I completed was double. So, I mean, having like additional stuff on there, I probably should watch them. But is this the third
As
one?
of what?
The animated films.
Unsure. Sorry. All I
Uh,
see is that
no, it's not numbered. Okay. Because I think Double got an actual anime. This is a film, so maybe this is only the second animated project.
yeah, well, I think this is just an anime movie for this specific Kamen Rider, right? So this is a specific series, right? This one right
Yeah.
here with Fedora and everything?
Yeah, like FUUTO I guess, was the anime name, yeah, so this is delving more into that. In terms of, like, the
Mm.
main series, Skull wasn't even a thing. Like, Skull appeared in, like, I'm pretty sure, like, movies or specials or something, but yeah, Skull was not in the main series.
Oh, okay. Wow, the Masked Rider lore goes deep, huh?
I could get into it, man, but I'll hold back. But I probably
Alright,
should watch
alright.
the anime, though.
I do wanna watch this movie, like I said before. It looks cool, it looks pretty well animated. This could get me into Kamen Rider at some I wanna I we went like, I remember editing one of our videos a while back, and it was just, like, me going into a tangent of like, "Well, like, it's kinda like fucking, Full Metal. I'm so scared to get into." I'm like, "What the fuck was I saying?" I was really tempted to cut it out, but I was like, "I don't know, I'll just let people listen to me fucking ramble and sound like an idiot."
Let them
They can make their
experience the
opinion.
change over time.
Yeah, let them fucking know me as a fucking indecisive idiot, so
I
I
mean,
just
shit,
kept it in.
dude. Like, watching Double is a good entry point too. Like the actual show, not the anime or anything. Like, if you just watch Double, it's good.
Double is the green and black guy, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Not guy, like, he's the masks,
Hey, man,
right?
two characters, one detective. You know what I'm saying? They fight together in one body.
Gotcha. So, would this be anything you're interested in watching together, Sherm, at some point, just for shits and giggles?
Sure.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm
Hell
talking
yeah.
about. Alright, well, FUUTO PI, Kamen Rider Skull no Shōzō anime coming soon. Will we watch it? Stay tuned, I guess. Let's see. What did I have after that? Oh yeah. Apparently they're creating a manga about this YouTube channel called Salem. How do you say this?
Omagatoki.
Yep. Now, remember the last time I brought something up about like a content creator getting their own manga series and I could not find the chef for whatever reason?
Mm.
I could at least find these guys because they're pretty easy to find because apparently they are a big YouTube horror channel.
Hmm.
I did watch their most popular video. They stayed in this cave. I watched the whole thing, by the way. They are pretty entertaining and they are very likable. So like I can see why maybe they got a manga. And then yeah, the manga launches on November 18th. I mean, this is for somebody. It's not for me. And I did try to watch some of their other videos. They were not very well. Like only this one for whatever reason. Nope.
Oh, I love
This
YouTube
one
ads.
this video specifically is very well translated. Like, it translates even like what's on screen, but I tried to watch some of their most recent stuff. It did not translate. Sometimes the translations don't even appear because I don't think they did it themselves. So it was kind of sucked because I did want to keep watching their stuff, but I didn't know what was good quality, what was not translated well. But, ups to these guys, and they are very likable. I do hope they do well in their manga form. And if anybody wants, okay, uh,
Understandable.
if anybody wants to check out these YouTubers or the manga, like Salem said, Sherm, do you know how to say this?
Omagaki Toki. Omag.
Film,
Yeah,
manga,
whatever.
yeah. You're on a better track than me. Oh yeah, something me and you could talk about. John Wick anime prequel. What do you
Finally.
think?
Just gonna show his days while he worked for the Russian mafia.
Yes, I think that's what it is. It says in an interview with the Hollywood Reporter, says John Wick franchise co-creator and director. Oh, look, his name's Chad. Of course it is. They revealed that the franchise planned an anime and will be a prequel to the feature films. So I will
Ooh.
show at least some of the impossible quote unquote tasks that allowed him to become the title character to retire prior to the story.
Mm-hmm.
What are you hoping? What kind of action are you hoping for? You hoping for some like Tokyo Revengers? You hoping for some Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece, Naruto? What kind of action do you think they'd give us?
Trying to think of like anime that has good gunplay in it and good hand-to-hand fighting. It's kind of few and far in between, as crazy as that sounds. I think Mappa. You said Mappa's working on this.
No, Mappa was working on like that other thing by that other guy. For whatever reason. Oh, actually, yeah.
Oh, it's project.
Shinichiro Watanabe.
No, it's production IG. It says at the
Oh,
bottom.
okay. Okay.
Uh,
Do you think Production IG still has the same oomph that it did in the 90s, or do you think they've kind of waned in
I
recent
gotta,
times?
I gotta look at their stuff again. Hold on.
Because they
And
did like we were just talking about the John Wick anime prequel that's in production.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Yep.
That sounds awesome. Okay.
yeah.
It like I told Sherm earlier, it is supposed to show at least some of the quote unquote impossible tasks that allowed him to retire prior to the first live action film.
That sounds really awesome, man. Okay. Okay. Do they
Uh,
have any like estimated release dates or anything then?
Nothing as of yet, but it is in the works. It says here, Variety reported in 2020 that Derek Volstad, the writer of the first three John Wick films, was writing and producing a Splinter Cell anime, which I think is coming out. So I think that he's going to be involved with this show. But the director for all four movies, Chad, Chad, Alkesi. I can't pronounce names. He directed Stal
Stahelski.
Stahelski. He
Yeah.
was involved in directing all four John Wick movies and the spin-off movie Ballerina, but he was not
Yeah.
involved with that Peacock show,
Did you
the
did you
Continental.
watch did you watch the spin-off stuff?
Not the Continental, but I do want to watch the Ballerina because, like I've said before, it has Ana de Armas, the virtual girlfriend for Ryan Gosling, in 2029.
It all comes back around, man.
2077? No, that's
No, that's
Oh,
Cyberpunk 2049. I think it was what it was.
2049. Yeah.
Are you lonely? She said that, right?
I,
what was
she couldn't have said that.
yeah, you look lonely, I think.
You look lonely. That's what it was. Yep. So I mean, pretty cool. I can't wait.
Sam, I have to ask, as the only one of us that's watched Psychopaths, is there good action in Psychopaths?
Um, I
How's the
mean,
gunplay in Psychopaths?
the gunplay. From memory, it's been a little bit. I don't really recall too many super intense like gun battles, or I mean, like there's some decent hand-to-hand combat, but like in terms of like a John Wick-esque type thing,
Mm-hmm.
it's not that level, dude. So for them to take on John Wick and try to make like a prequel thing, hopefully whoever ends up with it and they work on it does a good job.
I mean, Production IG did, from looking at their stuff online. It looks like they were also producers on most of Attack on Titan, and that had a lot of good fluid action scenes. So I think they could do well with it. It just depends. Like, do they have the story? Do they have the passion to make this project succeed? If
I
so, I think it could turn out well.
I really do hope they give it like the love and treatment it deserves. Because whenever not John, whenever Keanu Reeves is involved with anything, he always tries to give it like 110%. I actually have another Keanu Reeves news later. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. I hope it doesn't take 5 years like Uzumaki and then look at that track. But I
Could
was
you
excited when I saw
imagine
this.
a slideshow John Wick prequel? Could you
Oh
imagine?
my god, better than
I
Record
I
of Ragnarok.
I was
One of these
thinking
days,
like
I need to torment myself and watch Record of Ragnarok.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the pencil bit in anime form. It's gonna go crazy.
I hope they don't do that.
He killed the man with the fucking pencil.
He killed
And he
three
like,
men.
and then he punches his son, and his son throws up. Oh, that was Theon Greyjoy, wasn't it?
That was
Yeah.
Theon Greyjoy, yeah. Dude, I lost it when I saw his son.
They did that bit in one of the John Wicks, right? Like the third one.
I think it was the beginning of the second one. Oh wait, no, yeah, you're right. It was either the third one or the fourth one. He did the pencil thing.
Yeah, please, you don't have to show it again. I don't need it. I'm sure John Wick fans probably want it.
So that level of fan service isn't needed, is what you're saying.
No,
You wouldn't hog out.
Sherm
I,
doesn't want it. I want it. Give it to me.
Okay.
I,
I will take the pencil bit in anime form. Let's
All
see
right.
how they try to
Hey,
try
throw
to
it in
do
if
it.
you want. Just make it look good.
I do hope
uh,
it turns out well. Well, let's see. What do we have after John Wick?
The fucking pencil.
I mean, it's a good bit. Like, I appreciate the setting it up in the first movie to like showing it off in one of the later movies. However, you don't need to keep going back to the well. I don't.
You're right.
It'll be a pen this time. Don't worry.
Yeah, it'll be so different. There'll be four guys in the bar.
Mm.
No, they'll be like, oh, the legend was exaggerated. There was actually 20 guys he killed with a pencil, and we'll get that in anime form. Anyways, I did want to move on from that
Oh,
to
we
say
got
that
Dungeon Meshi now, huh?
Yep. So Dungeon Meshi won the Harvey Award for Best Manga, and they also invited Akira Toriyama into the Hall of Fame. So these are the Harvey Award is like a pretty prestigious, I would say, for like comics. Things that we're not getting Catcher in the Rye levels of like deep thinking and stuff like that, but it's more like on a creative standpoint. This was pretty good.
All right. So, as someone that has not heard of the Harvey Award, could you explain it to me real quick?
Here, I'll do a quick wiki.
So is this just the Oscars, but for comics?
A Harvey Award given for achievement in comic books, named for writer-artist Harvey Kurtzman. The Harvey Award was founded by Gary Roth in 88, president of the publisher Fantastic Groups, successor of the Kirby Award. Oh, really? Okay, well, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with Jack Kirby, but he was very prolific comic book artist and writer. He created Galactus, Silver Surfer, the New Gods
Oh,
for DC.
okay.
He drew a lot of the early Marvel stuff. So it looks like the Kirby Awards were the predecessor to the Harvey Awards, which has been going since 1988. But yeah, this is for like comics. So like it looks like Dungeon Meshi. It looks like
Okay.
they're taking comics from all over the world now.
That's all I really needed was like what exactly the Harvey Award was. So it's for comics. Gotcha.
Yep, it's the Grammys or sorry, the Oscars for comics. And it looks like Akira Toriyama has been indicted in the Hall of Fame. So I wonder where their Hall of Fame is. I wonder if I can find it on here.
What's the one for music? Is it Grammys or Tony?
Yeah, Grammys.
Grammys.
Grammys. Okay. What are the Tony Awards for?
Stage plays.
Oh, okay.
I'm positive because some actors pride themselves on getting a Oscar, Tony, what's the other one? A Grammy because they call it an EGOT, an Emmy. Yep. So
Man,
some
there's a
actors.
lot of awards, man.
Yep. If you
Hmm.
get an EGOT, you're considered one of the best in the industry. Apparently, Meryl Streep has an EGOT, and I'm pretty sure Queen Latifah does too. But
Yeah.
yeah, the Harvey Delicious and Dungeon Meshi. Congratulations.
So I'm on the Harvey Awards website because I wanted to look up previous winners.
Yeah.
The last 3 years have been Chainsaw Man. Before that
Mhm.
was Witchhead Atelier, like you said.
Yep.
2019 was My Hero Academia.
Hmm.
And then
Uh,
2018 coming in with a banger, My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness.
Finally.
Finally, a
this is what
title,
I'm looking for.
a title for the masses.
So we have some ups and downs for these awards. I'm
I'm gonna
seeing here.
I'm gonna keep digging back to see like how far back this goes.
Good for Dungeon Meshi though. Like I rarely hear anyone say anything bad about it. It's just that like obviously I haven't read it or experienced it, so I don't know how it actually is.
Dungeon Meshi, it's really good. It's an interesting watch, but it does sometimes make me go, are we padding or is there going to be a payoff? So, yeah.
Oh, dude, there was a YouTuber because there's a lot of cooking stuff I watch every now and then.
Hmm.
This lady was trying to imitate a dish in Dungeon Meshi. It was like some type of veggie pie, monster pie, something like that. It had like bell peppers as like the crust essentially.
Hmm.
And people in the comments were they were saying like, "Oh, well, usually we see her take a bite of what she makes, but she didn't show anything this time." And in the comments, she like admitted, "Yeah, it wasn't very good." So
Classic.
Hey, they can't all be winners.
no, they cannot.
All right, so congratulations to Dungeon Meshi. Now, I did put this one on here because it looked pretty interesting. Apparently, this is a remake and a sequel project for an anime from the 1979 called Hana no Ko Lunlun or Lunlun the Flower Child. And from what I was kind of looking here, this is what I mean that Toei will never kind of like implode in on itself because I don't know, this looks cute. This looks really nice. I don't know. Like this would be something I would personally check out. I don't know about you guys, but
Okay, we got some sports boys. We got some more elegant ladies here. A talking
we got
cat
a talking cat.
with wings.
Uh
All right. Look, as long as the cat isn't like the fairy creatures from Precure, and they're like not secretly like handsome princes or something, I'm on
oh,
board with it.
I don't probably not. It does look like this is a I like from what I read here, this is in collaboration with like China. This must have been big in China because they're kind of reviving it. 'cause this kind of for me came out of nowhere. Like I remember doing like that all that like homework for the Magical Girl anime. This one
Mm.
was not one that kind of came up. And if it did, I probably asked it because it did not make a splash on me or it didn't make an impact. So
Well, I mean,
this
the art
revival looks
style is
good.
doing something for me. I like it.
Yeah, like, it looks great. But yeah, this is like, I don't know, I kinda wanted to get your guys' take on it, like, what do you think of this? Like, does this look like anything you guys watch? It's no Madoka, but
I mean, I give it a go for sure. I mean, it looks really nice to look at, so I mean, I give it a go. It just depends if the story is,
it's pretty
good.
generic. I mean, it looks pretty generic to me, but I do like that a 1979 anime is just getting a sequel revival. I do think it's a little funny. It's like, imagine, you know how Sherm used to always say, like, "Strike while the iron's hot," like, ice cold, I mean?
Yeah, strike while it's ice cold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for all
strike
you fans
lit
of this 1979 series, don't worry, we got you this season.
Yep, we got you.
all the
Finally.
every kid who was born in 1974 and would have been 5 years old would be, let's see, what? Oh, that's not my calculator, that's my settings.
No, I
Can you guys
it is really cool that they're going back and trying to like revamp older stuff, but yeah, the problem is, well, unless the new look or the story is really that stand out, it probably isn't going to like hit the mainstream.
that's I agree with you, yeah, like,
Especially since this is a sequel, keep in mind. So,
it does say remake sequel project, so I don't know, like, what that means. Could be anything.
that's a good question. So you got
And
me, man.
hey, and I did do the math. 50 years. So if you were born in 1974 and were literally 5 years old when this show came out, you'd be 50 right now. This is definitely your grandma's magical girl.
Well, we can just hope that it's a hidden gem and it slaps.
Well, moving on from that, Sherm, can you explain to me what these are right here?
All right, so this is some hot bullshit. They're
I'll let you take this one away.
Is this
this,
real?
this is some hot dog shit, Salem.
Oh, I bet.
So the SpongeBob thing is I've kind of made my peace with it because it's only a secret layer. So SpongeBob SquarePants is coming to Magic the Gathering at some point.
I'm ready.
It's gonna. Are you ready, Mr. Krabs?
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Oh, I
Um,
hope that's a card.
oh,
So, so the secret layers famously are like a set of cards you can buy off the Wizards website. They feature like 4 cards that have new artwork from whatever the crossover is. They're like renamed to be like relevant towards whatever property it is, but they're still like old cards from Magic the Gathering's history. And then there will be new cards printed for SpongeBob specifically, like original cards.
so Jose, if you remember the Marvel thing that we were discussing a couple weeks
Yeah.
back, it's literally like that.
So it's
Yeah.
like that. And then that's not what I have a problem with because this is kind of whatever. Like they did My Little Pony, they did Transformers. Like those were Hasbro products, but like them crossing over with SpongeBob, if it was just a secret layer, is fine. The problem is that they released a statement. These special crossover sets,
Oh,
like
I know what you're talking about.
like full sets that they do, were originally never supposed to be in the starter level entry point for playing Magic the Gathering. You were never supposed to see these cards. These were only supposed to go into like special multiplayer formats or older like formats. So WotC came out like last week and was like, hey, all the universes beyond stuff that we told you would never come into like standard, like the entry level play for Magic the Gathering, we changed that. Now you're gonna have to deal with like Spider-Man will just be an entire set in standard. Like, I don't know about this Final Fantasy thing. I think it's also an entire set.
I would just like to say real quick that Kafka art looks
Yeah, it
amazing.
goes hard.
Or no, I'm sorry, Kefka. My bad.
Kefka, yeah.
This
Uh,
Yo,
Tidus,
yo, that's my boy right there.
Tidus and Yuna.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at Sephiroth. He's about to impale Heather. Oh, sorry,
so
spoiler.
I feel torn because like some of these properties I'm super into, and like I would think it'd be cool if they didn't like affect the main format of Magic the Gathering. But now, like next year at some point, there will be a time when you can play with the Cute Bunny set, the cute creature set. You can play with the horror theme set, like modern horror themes, and you'll also be playing with Spider-Man all at the same time. Like
So
it's
are
just
you saying like these secret layers with crossovers were supposed to just be kind of like their own thing? They weren't supposed to be in competitive play or something like that, and now they're just going like fuck all that, free for all,
so there are
do whatever you want.
there are two different products. The secret layers are like special drops that like the cards are older cards and you can play them, but they're not an entire like set of magic cards. It's not like an entire expansion. Now, Universes Beyond was something else. Universes Beyond was like, hey, we made an entire Lord of the Rings set, but we said we never put it in standard. But you will still have like the crossover stuff. You'll have a lot of cards. There's a lot of like elves from Lord of the Rings. Like you have Sauron and Saruman and Legolas and Gimli and all those different characters. You'll have them as individual cards. And now, when they revealed the Spider-Man Universes Beyond set, they said this will be standard legal. So everyone will be playing with Spider-Man in like the most base level of Magic the Gathering. And it's created a lot of discourse because people are worried Magic is turning into Fortnite, and I kind of agree with them a little bit.
That's actually a really good way of putting it. It's turning into Fortnite. I had heard a little bit about that too. I personally am not a fan of Universes Beyond in general, even though, they have like a Warhammer set that I, of course, love to death. But even
Yeah.
then, I just think it's really bizarre. And also, correct me if I'm wrong, Sherm, because I had heard about this on Twitter. I didn't fully look into it, but
Mhm.
didn't they announce they're doing like even more Universes Beyond sets as well?
Yeah, so currently the only ones we know of are the Spider-Man Marvel set that's coming sometime next year, and then Final Fantasy, I think, is also its own Universes Beyond. So I personally don't mind with like Lord of the Rings, Warhammer, even Final Fantasy. It's close enough to like being a like fantasy setting that it's like that's fine. It kind of meshes together. However, Spider-Man just throws it like way out the fucking window, where it's like these cards will just be mingling with the classic fantasy setting of Magic the Gathering.
So it's the hard clash between the two that people are really getting upset about.
Yeah, it's like when you started playing Magic, it was like cool. I get to play essentially D&D, but in card form. Like I have dragons and goblins and kobolds and dwarves and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And we cast spells and we have this high fantasy game. And now it's like, I don't know, what if we fucking put Peter Parker in there?
Look,
What
I'm
if
going
we-
to play Captain America and he's going to throw his shield at you.
right.
I'm gonna
And
get the Laura Kinney Wolverine.
And that's fine as like, hey, these are cool special promos that you can buy and you can still use them, but like we're not diluting the game. We're not diluting that like fantasy setting. But now it's like, I don't know. I play J. Jonah Jameson. He's a one man, a 1/1 that fucking when he comes into play, he makes a news token. It's like, what the fuck is that?
I play get me more pictures of Spider-Man.
That will
Oh yeah,
probably
that
be
would be his ability.
that will probably be a fucking thing. It'll be like I fucking what I'm a bit of a scientist as well. Like fucking have the Green Goblin. Green Goblin aggro is going to be the next best standard deck, and it's like why? What,
Could you imagine that? Yeah, Green Goblin aggro.
dude? That's what it's going to be. It's going to be some fucking nonsense. It's going to be like, all right, I play my fucking fluffy bunny rabbit. It makes a bunny rabbit when it comes in, and then next turn I'm going to play fucking Green Goblin. I'm going to swing out with the team. And it's like that doesn't fucking make any sense. It just clashes so hard.
If that's the reason people are upset, I 100% agree. I mean, again, I'm more on the whole, like, I actually really don't like Universes Beyond. So, like, I do feel for people that are worried about this clashing so much in just like normal play. So I'm on their side.
Also, it's like thinking about it this way, like Hasbro has done a great job with a majority of the sets they created in Magic. We have so many cool places that people like they love, they find value in, or like they love the setting, the world building on the cards. And now it's like, well, we're just going to get less of that because Marvel paid us a shit ton of money and we're going to make a Spider-Man set.
Yeah, that's the thing that got me was the actual like full thing I saw on Twitter was like they're talking about doing like a 50-50 with like Universes Beyond. I don't know if that's entirely accurate, but that's what I saw and I just like face palmed when I saw that.
They put out a roadmap. It's like the next so we're getting Foundations, which is like a base set. It's also a new thing it's gonna be in standard for 5 years. Like it won't rotate for 5 years.
Hmm.
So we're getting Foundations. Then I think it's something called Aether Drift, which takes place on Kaladesh, like kind of a wacky races version of Kaladesh, which is fine in universe, kind of makes sense. And then it's like Spider-Man after that, and then I think there's another set, and then like Final Fantasy. So it's
Hmm.
like at a certain point, you're just I don't know. You kind of lose the magic in Magic the Gathering when it's just I don't know. Fucking, I play my Sephiroth, and then next turn I play my Peter Parker Spider-Man, and
And
he
then the
lets
next turn, I play my Goku, my Naruto, my Rick and
yeah.
Morty.
Oh, dude, imagine if they had fucking a Dragon Ball collab.
Rick and
Yeah.
Morty in there, like,
No,
it's like I
yeah.
play my copy pasta IQ meme.
I play Pickle Rick
It's
and eh,
I summon this pickle, and it's the funniest shit you ever seen. Turned himself into a pickle.
It's Pickle Rick. No, I
I
did
hate it.
so when I put these in my news section, I saw that Magic had done, like, a whole kind of announcement,
Yeah.
and after I saw, like, the Secret Lair SpongeBob, I was like, "Oh, that's kinda funny," and then I saw the Final Fantasy, I was like, "Oh, cool," but then apparently they had, like, a whole thing, so I was like, "Oh, I'll just have kinda Sherm
Yeah.
explain that."
Yeah, they had like their big event, Magic Con. I think it was in Vegas this year. So it was like where they dropped all their news for like upcoming events and stuff. And then they
Yeah,
were like,
and yeah, because I did a lot of the news articles I was looking was like, "Hey," it was either like, "Hey, look at these collabs," or like, "Magic is just Fortnite now, and I hate it." And it's you're right, like,
I,
the internet was pretty divided.
I kind of agree. I don't mind if you make them, but like don't sacrifice your like own stuff to make like collabs with other people.
Money.
Money.
That'll be a card.
Marvel said we'll pay you $1 billion to keep you afloat for the next year if you make a Spider-Man said, and Marvel or Magic was like, sure, yeah, I
Sure.
guess.
I mean, do you kinda have anything else to kinda end that one off then?
I'm excited to see the Final Fantasy stuff because I hope there's a lot of 7 characters, and I hope the 7 characters have good cards because I want to play. Like stuff came out with there was a Street Fighter Secret Lair, and I looked at all the Street Fighter cards, and some of them seemed cool, but the characters I liked didn't really fit the playstyle that I liked. So
Mm.
kind of hoping Final Fantasy will give me like Tifa that I can play and like actually enjoy playing the kind of style like
Eh,
associated with it.
That just sucks, man. When you see like a really cool looking card and then you're just like, oh yeah, I can't wait to use this. And then you see what it does and you're like,
Yeah,
mm,
it's a lot of those cards. You're just
uh,
like, this card has sick artwork, and then it's like, oh, but I don't
The
really
card
want to.
sucks.
I don't. Yeah, it's either I don't want to play that because it's not good enough, or I don't really want to play that because it'll make other people angry.
I will say, this artwork does look sick. So, like me, somebody who like buys these cards just because they look neat, and I
yeah,
like to put them in a binder. Like, obviously, no skin off my back, but you guys who are competitive players, like I can see where you could kind of get frustrated by it. That would kind of suck.
Yeah, I don't. It's fine. It'll all work out. And
yeah.
people will either buy shit ton of the Marvel sets and like Magic will
I
just get the green light to continue doing it, or they won't buy it and they'll be like, maybe that was a step too far.
I will say, if they do a handsome Squidward card, I want it for the meme.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of these meme, you think they'll do a lot of SpongeBob memes as cards?
Probably. Yeah.
I feel like that's where
I
that one's
imagine they're
going.
like obligated to do that because it'd be such a miss.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are some of the memes? Like the
All right. I'm gonna head
Dude,
out.
there's a lot, man.
yeah, I'ma head out. The Mr. Krabs is dizzy. A couple of Patrick ones, I'm sure.
First time
Uh,
Mr. Krabs takes ketamine.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if we're all good with that one, we can move on to the next one. Hunter x Hunter and McDonald's collabing for cards, I guess.
Oh, I was gonna
Yeah.
ask if there's any special sauces.
Yeah.
Not attached to this one, I heard.
Damn.
Where's my special grade garlic sauce at?
Szechuan sauce.
Yeah, where's my Hisoka sauce at?
No.
Now, looking at this, it looks like it's either Japanese or Chinese.
Mm,
Now, I don't think I read this one. Announced a collaboration, anime fans franchise, the Hunter x Hunter promotion fans who purchase qualified meals. Limited edition collectible trading card variation rarities. The meals will feature packaging based on Hunter x Hunter anime. This fascinating collaboration with the popular fast food chain and the critically acclaimed Shonen series will run from October 23rd to November 19, 2024. Have any of you guys seen any of this? Because I have not.
God, no, I have not.
like seen in what context? Like this
Like, you just
promotion?
yeah, you roll up to a McDonald's. Have you seen this? I think this
Well,
might just be a
it's
as North
probably
Americans might have noticed the
To be
food.
honest, Hunter x Hunter just does not scream to me like something that we casually have over here. Just saying.
no. We don't get a lot of these collabs. Like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Hello Kitty one was definitely like wild that we actually got that one.
Yeah.
I think we
Fuck,
might get is
Oh, you think we might?
well, it says right here, as North American customers I might have noticed, the food items offered at the McDonald's in Taiwan differ slightly.
Yo, they had a
So
pre-tier collab. What?
just probably Japan only.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's saying certain promotions exclusive to regions. Oh, sorry,
I
I had to
mean,
burp.
yeah,
I
you're Sherm's right. We got the Yu-Gi-Oh! Hello Kitty. I got
I
the Dark Magician and Karibo, I think.
I don't think Hunter x Hunter is big enough to make it over here. I
Yeah,
think
I
Yu-Gi-Oh!
don't see it.
and Yu-Gi-Oh! Was probably propped up by Hello Kitty quite a bit because like Hello Kitty's still popular in the United States. Like
Yeah.
Oh, dude, have you seen the Hello Kitty girl meme? Like, it's gotten kind of out of hand, in my opinion.
yo, if I
The
hope
only
you
one
have.
I know is that Hello Kitty was pimped out by Chester Cheetah. That's
Yep,
all I know.
yep, accurate. If you don't have the Vatican news story in here, I'm disappointed in you. By the way,
What is the Vatican
Wait,
news?
you don't know?
you don't know?
Oh, oh man,
You
I
knew?
tell I
it
tell
was
you
something.
guys to bring me news every week. Like, I
All
get
right,
most of my news from Anime News
Okay,
Network
all
or
I'm
right.
not gonna
Crunchyroll.
lie to you. Anytime I see anything interesting on Twitter, I just have not thought for whatever reason. Oh yeah, I should post this in the Discord. So
All right,
I'll start doing that.
just go to Google and type in Vatican anime. There you go. Here we are.
Yeah, there we go.
It's the Vatican's new pop culture anime mascot raises eyebrows.
Yeah, can you
Yeah,
believe this shit? This is
this
real.
is Lucci.
Let's see.
She's pretty cute character.
When you purchase through okay, no, that's
I'm gonna do my own.
okay.
Yeah, dude, this is the picture I saw everywhere. It's so good.
I'm gonna do a quick little bit of research on my own, going to a certain website. I have to know.
Says we've seen plenty brand mascots over the year, but Vatican unveiling an anime style cartoon design wasn't on our bingo card. Archbishop Reno Bisquella has revealed Lucy, a new friendly face for the Catholic Church's Jubilee next year. That is fucking funny. She kind of
All right,
reminds me of Coraline with this getup.
I'm on the special website. Does anyone want to take a plus or minus on how many images I found?
Over 100.
Let's see.
You are correct in over 100.
Yeah, I was gonna agree too. I'm not surprised, man. Dude, look at that Templar. That's so good, man. That's so
100,
good.
144. Not bad.
Oh yeah.
144.
Well,
Let's
it's just
go.
like when McDonald's had that family advertisement. I'm sure you guys saw it, and
Oh yeah, that went weird
man,
real quick.
people were making a lot of art.
Are you talking about the French one?
I don't think it was French. I could be mistaken.
You'd have to show me which McDonald's family thing you're talking
Well,
about.
the one where they have their like little kid and there's a husband and a wife and
Okay, it's not that one. I saw
yeah.
a different McDonald's thing that a certain well-known artist got a hold of and made his own
Okay,
thing.
I wasn't the only one thinking she looked like Coraline then. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's really
This
nice art. It's
person
really cute.
Yeah.
minor
Why
league
is my name on there?
Oh, it was posted by you.
Damn it, they found my alt.
Ah, shit. Thanks, Catholic Church. You
Man,
finally did
that
something
photo
right.
is so good, man.
That's
I
pretty
love
good.
it.
Put her in fucking fate.
Just give it time, man. Just give it time.
Which class do you think she is?
I love how it says
Oh,
just accept
she's got
Jesus
to be
Christ.
she's got to be a ruler.
I was thinking caster, but sure. Yeah.
Man, what a huge win for the church.
Oh, I love how she has the fucking cross on her backpack in some of those. It's so cute.
Yeah, they struck gold, man. What a good
Yeah.
decision.
There's my other girl.
We need a Muslim mascot. Okay.
Hey, man, just give it time. Give it time. This is surely a big hit.
Yeah, the
Oh
Muslims.
yeah.
The Muslims can have free reign.
And
That's
then
fine.
when people are arguing about their faiths, they can also argue which of the girls is the best.
I mean,
It's gonna work out.
you're aware that there are like country waifus, right?
I think I've heard of I think I've seen maybe 1 or 2, but let's see.
I would need some references.
There was one artist I remember specifically that was drawing like different countries as waifus.
I
That
don't
doesn't
think that
that
doesn't
doesn't
look
look
right.
right.
Well, are the country ones like, well, surely they're not like formally accepted, but
No, I don't think so. But like independent artists go around drawing like different countries.
oh, I have no doubt. I mean, hell, Hitalia was probably a super early example of people drawing anime characters from
Hell
countries.
yeah, is that Sweden? That looks Sweden.
Oh, yeah, pretty blonde if you ask me. Earth-chan, I always think Earth-chan is cute.
Where's the black
Hmm.
hole one?
Oh
Is
yeah,
that
Black Hole
Russia?
Chan.
Yeah,
Look up Black Hole Chan.
Black Hole Chan?
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it's good.
Don't you remember when they discovered the black hole?
Yeah, there we go. There we
there she
go.
is.
Yeah, that's peak right there.
I can fix her.
Oh my god. So, no, I did not hear about the Vatican, new
They're
anime
officially
mascot.
accepted mascot. Well, hey, now you know, man. Now you know.
Now I
Finally,
know.
finally, the church did something right.
They didn't touch kids, but
Well,
they'll touch more kids this way.
Uh,
mm,
No good either way, I guess.
let's move on to the next story, shall we?
Keanu
Keanu Reeves
Reeves.
says he took his, Shadow the Hedgehog research very seriously.
I
You guys
mean,
Man,
excited?
what a guy. I
dude,
love this man.
I love this man so much. You know, he lives very modestly, apparently, right?
Yeah, he's a
He donates like a lot of his like the money he gets from films to like different charities.
and he like his motorcycle company too, like he like has apparently like he has a lot of input, but like he just like doesn't see himself as like a CEO where somebody like Elon Musk goes, yeah, yeah, Tesla is all me.
Hmm.
Keanu Reeves is just like, oh yeah, you like my bike? Here, you can have one.
Hmm.
Just don't break it. Like I love Keanu Reeves, man. He's such a great guy. I loved him
Hmm.
in Speed. He was great in that movie.
Hmm.
That
do you
dude.
think? Let me ask you a question. Do you think John Wick is now his most recognizable role?
I think as of recently, if you asked anybody from like, if you ask any millennial, they'll be like, no, it's Neo from the Matrix. But
That
you
was
ask
literally going to
anybody
be my
like,
answer.
but if you ask anybody like, younger, like, I'd say like around 20 to like 15, they'd be like, oh, that's John Wick. So
Honestly,
yeah,
even as someone that grew up during the time of The Matrix, I think John Wick is his most recognizable role anymore.
Well, in terms
I
of
do.
nowadays, yeah, I would say like generally, if you ask people, they'll probably say John Wick. But like prior to John Wick, it was always Matrix for me.
Well, sure. Prior to John Wick existing, I would say The Matrix for sure.
Our friend Tristan would be like, oh no, it was Constantine. I'd be like, excuse me,
Oh man,
Oh, I forgot about Constantine.
I
Yeah, that
remember
what a
that
weird
movie.
movie.
Yeah,
Constantine.
not very good.
It was not very faithful to the comic, but it is an entertaining movie. I'm not gonna lie.
What was that one movie that Marky Mark made?
He was in
He
Transformers: Age of Consent.
not that one. Mark.
He did Max
Whoa.
Payne.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
For
that's a
some
bad
reason,
movie.
yeah, it's not good.
Do you do you remember it was like, "Oh, you take this drug, you'll get abnormally strong," but then it's like, "Oh, but, if you're like the 1%, everybody else just, like, takes this drug, starts seeing, like, hell angels, and then they, like, commit suicide unintentionally." I was like,
Hmm.
"This plot is fucking stupid. I'm pretty sure this is not Max Payne."
I mean,
Oh.
older.
I know a little bit about Max Payne. That I don't know what the hell that story is, but it ain't Max Payne. I'll tell you that.
I was gonna say, have you seen the Max Payne movie?
No, no. I know about the first and somewhat of the second games lore. And there was like a drug deal, but I don't think people were seeing demons. I think that's a bit much.
Oh, yeah, dude, like hold on, let me show you something, right?
Oh, I guess the professor at Tularian Community College was making a video on that too.
Yep, I saw that on Reddit, and I did not watch it.
Oh, well, I definitely need to remind myself to watch that. I love his videos.
Let's see. Max takes Valkyrie. Oh, yeah, that was the drug. It was called Valkyrie, and it's
Man,
in
what a
liquid
name for a
form.
drug. Valkyrie. That's pretty good.
And
Hmm.
it's in liquid form, by the way, because, you can't snort it, you can't, it's gotta be in pill form or in liquid
Oh,
form.
yeah, you don't smoke it. You don't
Yeah, nope.
inject it, you just drink it.
Yep, it's the most PG-13 week thing we can get away with.
Oh, is that
And it
Wahlburgers?
yeah,
Yeah,
Holy
it's Age
shit.
of Consent.
when I say
Stop
Marky Mark,
saying that.
I mean Mark Wahlberg
Oh, okay.
because he is literally the Mark Marky Mark from Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, if you didn't know.
Good
I did not.
vibrations.
But yeah, I just from what I can recall, at least the first game wise, this shit does not happen. Like
Are
you're
you
literally
sure?
No,
just
this is
I'm a
not part of
hundred
the
percent,
lore.
dude. Well, then why the
Mm.
fuck did they do this, man? Like Max Payne is a like a revenge story. Like
Because
Uh,
Mark Wahlberg is weird and he made changes to the
to
story.
to be fair, the movie follows that pretty loosely. It is about how his wife and child are murdered, and he's going on a revenge story.
The
and we
YouTube
just happen
channel
to
that
have humans.
I was gonna say the YouTube channel that inspired me to start content creating, Mr. Sunday Movies. He has a show called Caravan of Garbage, and they reviewed Max Payne, and he was like, I think Max Payne is just really bad with time because he's like, there's a scene where Max Payne goes to like he gets done making his coffee or his tea, takes it off the stove, does not pour any of it, and leaves his apartment. Like, what
Are you
what was he doing?
serious?
And then there's and then I guess I didn't notice this when I watched it either. There's a scene where Mark Wahlberg and, the other cop guy, they're, like, talking, right? But for
Yeah,
whatever reason, it's pouring, right? Fucking
sure.
pouring. Mark Wahlberg and the other dude, they just get out of the car and then start yelling at each other because it's fucking pouring and it's loud outside. They didn't stay in the car to talk. They had to get outside of the car, talk outside where it's pouring
Ah,
just for
yes, I
the
can hear you
effect.
better now.
I was like, "Man, these guys make some good points. This movie is really fucking dumb."
And I need to check that out then, because that sounds funny as hell.
Some
It's a little funny.
something in that same vein that always drives me crazy now that I've started looking for it is like whenever you watch characters in movie or TV and they're talking on phones and like the phone conversation ends and they just hang up like without saying goodbye or anything. Like I always kind of do that check in my head whenever two characters are talking. I'm like, are they going to say goodbye to each other or anything? Nope, just close the phone, click the phone, like that was the end of the conversation. No party really knows that that was the end, but that was the end.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, it's very much like the script says that this is where the conversation ends. We're not gonna like organically have it happen.
Yeah, like I don't mind it if it's like characters are like angry or frustrated and they like hang up in frustration, but when it's like just a normal conversation between two characters and like one character just like ends the call without saying anything, it's like it's weird for me. I notice it now more than ever, and I kind of hate it.
I will say
Does that make sense?
no, it makes
No,
sense
I get what
because
you're saying.
I will say the one time a phone conversation scene in a movie that completely took me out of it was that Tropic Thunder scene with, Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I think I told you guys, for the longest time, I did not realize that was fucking Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
I
I remember
I
that movie specifically. We went to go see it in theaters, me and a couple friends, and like halfway through that scene, one of us just goes, "Is that fucking Tom Cruise?" And then the rest of us go, "Oh my god, it fucking is Tom Cruise."
Just the whole time he's like, "I'm gonna fuck you in the ass." He's like, "A shit brain monkey could do your job." It's just like, holy shit.
See, like
Oh, man.
even that phone conversation is more like realistic because it's like I understand he's like fucking pissed off, so he just like hangs up the phone. But like any other time, I swear to God, it breaks it so much for me where I just go, oh, that character on the other line just automatically knew that was the end of the conversation, and you both hung up, and no one said anything. Okay, sure, why not? Like,
Now that you've said it, that is a little weird.
yeah, just no character in fiction or media ever just like goes, all right, well, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hangs up. It's just like, well, that was all the information you needed. The phone call is now over.
Well, now that you've
We've
said
moved the
that,
plot forward.
the next
Yep.
time I see characters talking over the phone, I'm probably gonna be thinking about that now.
Mm-hmm. And then you'll be the same as me, just thinking about it every time.
So, I was actually gonna say we probably have to watch Sonic 2 sometime soon, so that when Sonic 3 comes out, we can all watch it and review it.
You're a colorful bunch.
I do like that Keanu Reeves. I don't know if you guys remember one of our first news stories on our first episode was Keanu Reeves as Shadow. And we were all
Yeah,
like, how's this gonna go? Here we are 24 episodes later.
I
Still
like
not here,
Keanu.
but hey.
Just him going, yeah, I actually did my research and I want to portray him like authentically. I respect that a lot, man. There's a lot of media.
Just get the two guys, two muscled guys shaking hands. It's like Keanu Reeves and Jim Carrey, just both doing their roles perfectly
Oh
because they
yeah.
did their research.
here's a quote by somebody. He thinks the character is awesome, and he definitely understood what we were going for, and he was very excited to do his own version. Like all the cast, he really wants to get it right and really cares.
What a guy.
I haven't seen Tails and Knuckles, but all the characters seem to like, or all the people that are playing the characters seem to do a really good job, like with their own interpretations of that character. Like maybe not the main character that wasn't Sonic guy. I don't even remember his name, but
Aaron
like
Schwartz, I think.
yeah, like John Schwartzman.
Yeah,
Schwartzman.
Jason Schwartzman.
That sounds right. Jason Schwartzman, Jim Carrey, from what we can see, Keanu Reeves. I've seen some clips with Idris Elba. Like they all seem to be like trying to do a good job, and it shows. Sonic feet. I saw it. You can't take it away.
That was
Show me
Ben Schwartz.
Ben
Ben
Schwartz. Yeah.
Schwartz. Yep, Ben Schwartz. Well, I mean, Ben Schwartz did do a good job. I'm not gonna lie. I like we all watched it. Look, like that was a good movie.
I mean,
If
like,
I had been
I had
like 10.
I had no problem with like how the guy was voicing Sonic, and Jim Carrey playing Eggman was great. It's just that the plot was kind of eh.
Yeah, it
I
was a
feel, I
very
feel
we're
you.
setting up the universe. We're setting it up, but it was kind of like a if this movie doesn't do well, we didn't promise anything except Tails at the end. But I mean, who's really that excited for Tails?
Hey
Not
man,
me.
they're out there. They're
Yeah.
out there.
Yep. Actually, you're right. So,
They write entire fan fictions about that stuff.
Man,
so
a small part of me just really hopes that there was like a Chris Chan or a Tails gets trolled reference somewhere in these in the second or third film. I know it's not going to happen, but I'd love it if it did, dude.
I was gonna say, Salem, what are you talking about? It's not gonna happen.
I know. That's what I mean, though, right? Is like just a small part of me is like, well, what if they do a high shovel? Or what if, fucking Sonichu just appeared? You know what I mean? Like, it's never going to happen. I just wish it would,
Are you describing a WWE show? Like, oh god, I hope he does a high shovel here.
Dude, in I think it's Tails gets trolled. Shadow kills someone that was bullying Tails, if I remember right.
Mhm.
And him and Knuckles go to bury the body, and they have shovels, and then once they're done burying the body, they like congratulate themselves on a job well done, and they high five with their shovels. It's fucking awesome.
Dude.
So
now I just want to see the wrestling move, the high shovel. Anyway,
But yeah, moving.
So I brought this up a couple weeks ago about how like the guy who was doing this manga, delinquent high school girl Kuzuhana-chan, went on break because due to his health. Well, apparently there's now a spin-off manga called Yankee JK Kuzuhana-chan, Another Side of a Heroine. The main story is already named after her, but the story has gotten so bloated with heroines that they had to make a spin-off manga just for her because we are barely focusing on her, even though the fucking thing is named after her. It's like imagine watching Naruto and the whole time we're focused on Kiba.
yeah, imagine watching Naruto
Well-
and the whole time we're focused on Sasuke. Crazy.
It's kind of like that, but no, it's like imagine like the show's called Naruto, but then it's like we got 5 episodes of Sasuke, we get 5 episodes of Ino, 5 episodes of Shino, five
Fucking
episodes of
10,
Kiba.
10.
Hinata Tenta. Yeah, that's literally what this manga is. Like sometimes we'll focus on one heroine and then we'll get like 2 chapters with all of them together doing something.
Which on
Don't-
paper I don't hate, but like if you're getting to the point where you need a spin-off, maybe it's time to reel it back.
Just for
a bit.
your
Look.
main heroine, yeah.
Look, don't bring up 1010 unless you want me to rant about how 1010 could have been so fucking cool, but Kishimoto's a bad writer.
Oh no,
Yeah, he
she
is a
could have
bad
been
writer.
cool, 100%. She had potential. But whatever.
Oh, I know I've told you guys my favorite joke, but I don't know if I've ever said it on the pod. I love how Naruto on the swing gets more screen time than 1010 ever did.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That's true.
100%, dude. 100%.
It's one
That
of my
fucking
favorite
swing,
jokes.
yep, that swing got way more fucking attention and screen time than Tenten ever did. Her tools. Oh my god.
Dude, it's just so goofy that like she's one of like the main teams, and like on paper a weapon specialist sounds awesome, and then she just doesn't do shit, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Dude, Rock Lee and fucking Neji, and then there's Tenten.
Yeah, they had 2 goats, and then they have fucking 10-10.
Hey, they can't all be winners.
There was
No,
like
they cannot.
he left little strands too. He was like 1010 mentioned like there were great ninja weapons that she could have found, and then he's like, nah, I ain't gonna write about that. I'll just
That's
leave it
way too.
there.
He said that's way too much fucking critical thinking. I ain't
He's
doing all
like,
that.
all right, I'll have fucking whoever Studio Perot animate an entire thing about the swordsmith from the water village, but I won't do anything with Tenten. Fuck that.
Dude, the only time I remember Tenten doing anything was in fucking Shippuden during the Fourth Great Ninja War.
Was it when
And
she was in the cocoon?
it was when the Gold and Silver brothers, because they had like 4 different ninja weapons and they were fighting them.
Oh
And
yeah.
she used the fan, and then that was like it. Really, like nothing really progressed beyond that. That's the only time I remember her doing anything relevant.
That was Tamari's whole thing. Tamari's also sick, but didn't get
Yeah,
enough.
Yeah, Tamari's
Tamari had her
better.
own thing.
Yeah, but
Well,
yeah,
here's the thing, right? I read this first chapter because somebody did translate it today.
Mm-hmm.
The other heroines are still in the chapter. I don't get it. Like they all kind of showed up anyways. So I'm just like, well, I thought this was gonna focus on Kuzuhana-chan, and yet here we are focused on all these other girls again. I don't know, man.
all I'm
Do you guys hear
saying is
static on your end?
no, I don't.
Okay, maybe it was me.
Yes, but that's from RuneScape sounds.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
You guys shouldn't be hearing it though.
No, I don't think I am. I think this was just static on my end. Might have been my headphones.
No, the
No,
grind is so powerful that you can hear it, man. It's all right.
I was just gonna say, yeah, if you're making a manga because your main story got so bloated and we're not even focusing on Kuzuhana-chan anymore, like that's the thing is like she is a big major player in like the first 40 chapters, but then we focus on so many different characters that Kuzuhana-chan, like every now and then we come back to her. So it's like, why did we need this? I don't know. I feel like we didn't.
This sounds like something I would need to read to like really understand what's going on here, because literally you're just describing the spinoff as being more of the same, and like why is it, a thing, right?
So the main story is like, hey, it'll be the main guy, Kuzuhana, that girl right there with the brown hair. We'll focus on a couple other ones. We'll get their point of views. But this one specifically, even though all the other girls were there, the entire point of view was from her. Which, okay, sure, but the other girls were still there. So I was like, this doesn't really change the format too much, I guess. It kind of stays the same. You know what I mean? Except now that we're not getting all the other girls as POVs, we're just getting Kuzuhana, which is fine, but I would like less heroines if we're just gonna focus on a side manga focusing on Kuzuhana, who we haven't focused on for a very long time. That's just my gripe with it. I thought I kind of wanted to mention this because I think it's a ridiculous idea. Like I said, it's like being like, hey, this is Naruto, but we're gonna get like 200 episodes of Sasuke. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it felt like to me. Oh, did you guys hear about this, by the way? So, who is this guy?
Oh yeah, I did hear about this.
I haven't heard about this.
You have not?
Mm-mm.
So apparently this
I'll,
guy, David Wald.
I'll look up the voice actor while you read it.
So a Crunchyroll spokesperson told Anime News Network on Saturday that it is investigating a situation after voice actor and ADR director David Wald claimed on Twitter Friday that the company opened up his private mail, threw away the letters, and passed out any included items to its staff. Like
Wow.
what?
Okay.
It says right there, Walt said on a Twitter post, if you sent me if you sent me anything care of Funimation or Crunchyroll in the last 5 years, I apologize. I didn't get
I'm
it.
sorry, the last 5 years?
The last 5
Good
years.
God, man. Like,
And he only found out because somebody, like, I guess, tweeted at him and was like, "Hey, did you get my package? Here's my tracking number, and here's what, like, before I sent it to you." And he was like, "No, I didn't." And
Uh,
then he found out, like, they've been doing this for a long time.
this guy's
man.
most famous role would probably be Gajeel from Fairy Tale.
Oh, okay.
The guy with like the piercings all over his face.
Oh, the Iron Dragon
Yep.
Slayer or
Yep.
something?
Iron Dragon. Iron Dragon roar. Yep, that guy.
He also did a couple of other roles, but nothing too major.
Askeladd.
He was Adam in Skate the Infinity.
Okay, okay, okay. I
He's the
think he's
guy
the one
that's
that's
he's
boys
the
and
guy.
girls. That one?
Bitches and bros and non-binary hoes.
Yep.
Oh
There
my
we
god.
go.
Okay.
So yeah, like what kind of shit is that? Imagine being at your work, like imagine people sending you stuff and you never get any of their fan mail or like care packages because your company was like, why are you sending this to him? We are not private home. This is up for grabs.
The only thing I'll say is like this is gonna make it sound like I'm siding with Crunchyroll. I'm definitely not, but like, hey man, maybe you should go there like once every like 6 months and just check if you have anything waiting at the office. I don't know.
Well, it does state here that he stated some of the items were on returned to him after they were found on the company giveaway table. It says Wald added he believed the employees were not to blame as they just walked by the company freebies table and thought something looked cool. And then Crunchyroll put out a whole statement saying anime fans have a special connection with a voice talent. And that emotional expression is important in feeling. It's just a bunch of blah 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 blah. We didn't do it. We don't know how it happened.
Yeah, it's PR control
Also,
shit.
please don't send your men here. Please don't send your mail here. Like, way to take accountability. That is.
Yeah, I mean, could be a huge lawsuit otherwise, probably. I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure he doesn't want to lose his job, so maybe he'll like just be like, guys, what the fuck were you guys doing?
Yeah, but
But
if there
like,
was any punishment dished out, it's deserved.
well, hopefully something happens because imagine being like really having this like parasocial relationship with this voice actor that you really relate to or you really look up to, and you sent him like stuff over the past 5 years and he never got any of it. Like that would hurt, I guess, as a fan.
Yep. Quick side tangent. Salem, do you remember when the podcast we both used to listen to did like you could mail them shit?
Oh yeah, I remember watching quite a few of those episodes actually.
Yeah, the mailbags. I sent something, and I think that was right when they stopped doing it. And I was like, "Fuck, man."
Oh seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks, man.
What did you
That's all right.
send?
It
You can
was
tell us?
like the Resident Evil, like there was like a Resident Evil version of like some cola, and I was like, I don't know, they like Resident Evil. I'll send this to them, and I
Yo,
did.
that's a really sick idea actually to give to him.
Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, I feel
right.
the pain of all those people that sent this man gifts a little bit.
Well, at least
Dude,
the boys over at that podcast we used to listen to probably got what you sent them. So
I like
they
how we
probably
talk.
went, this is pretty cool.
I like how we talk about them like they don't exist anymore, even though all of them still exist.
oh, fractured and doing their own
Yeah.
stuff more or less.
Yeah.
I tell you guys all the time. I watch
Yeah.
Matt Muscles all the time.
Yeah. I
He's great
haven't
background noise.
I haven't consumed any of their media. The only person I would probably watch is Wooly anymore.
Is he the fighting guy?
Yeah,
Yep.
he's the fighting guy.
One's
Okay.
Mopple.
Like I tried watching for like the first time really Pat doing the Silent Hill 2 playthrough because I actually was interested in his perspective because he has a lot of knowledge about it. And it was
he
decent.
boring?
It's just the best way I can describe it is like when I tried watching Matt McMuscles or Wooly or Pat when they separated, just some kind of magic has just left. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I'm not nearly as gripped into their content as I was when they were together.
That was the worst Christmas ever. I woke up, it was like, I think they posted like right before New Year's or like slightly after New Year's. I woke up, I was just like, man, fuck this shit, man.
Dude,
I've
I
said
was
this
legitimately
before.
broken. I remember the day when it happened. I woke up. I was at a buddy's. I stayed over.
Mhm.
Woke up and I'm like, oh, let's see what's on my feed or whatever. And then I see that video where they're like, yeah, this is the end. And
We're
was,
breaking up, guys.
Yep.
it was just
I-
devastating.
I've said this a couple of times before. If people really do like listen to our catalog at all, people might think me and Sherm hate each other.
So true, bestie. We do hate each other.
Like the amount of bickering me and you do back and forth, like people could be like, these guys don't like each other. Why are they doing this? But nah, I love to get under your skin sometimes, and I know you hate it, but I try not to do it too often. But every now and then, I just kind of have to pick with you. But we're friends.
Sure.
I'll say that.
Keep telling yourself that.
Man, I was secretly hoping that when you said that, Jose, of like, yeah, we're friends though. And Sherma, I was hoping was going to be like, yeah,
Yep. Accurate.
Late into it. Okay, so moving on from all that. So Lord of the Rings, War of Rohirrim, English dub, anyways. They are going to use Christopher Lee's voice now.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, they went into the vault, they looked at all his lines, and they found something they could use for this anime movie. And they're very excited because they are going to get, like, we are going to get Christopher Lee in the movie. He has since passed away back in 2015. Were you guys Christopher Lee fans? I kind of am.
He's Saruman, right?
Yeah, he's also Count Dooku.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, no, I love that man.
Yeah.
You guys see that
actually,
he had like a metal Christmas album?
hell yeah.
No, I did not.
Something a little tidbit I saw about Christopher Lee one time. I think there's a scene either in the Lord of the Rings or another movie he was working on where he gets like stabbed in the back, and the director was giving him some kind of like direction on it.
Peter Jackson from Lord of the Rings. Yep.
Yeah, and he's just like Peter Jackson was giving him like direction on like how to act in the scene. He's like, turns around. He's like, that's not how a person that got stabbed would act at all. He's like, you would do like you'd kind of like you'd stiffen up and you'd like take in a deep breath. He's just like giving him exact direction on how a person that got stabbed in the back would act.
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
Peter Jackson was like Peter Jackson, yeah, you're right. He said that story, and then Peter Jackson was like, but then he proceeds to tell me about how a man would not react that way. And he was in World War II, so I didn't push the subject.
I didn't ask any questions.
We just went, okay. Oh, dude, that scene is funny too because it's got Andy Serkis. He's like, you should see me with my 22. Different story. Pulls a Frank on him. It reminded me of Frank when he's like, if I had my piece with me that day, it would have been a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, he's on vacation. Let him rest.
anyway, Chris really great human being.
He's awesome. I think he also played Dracula, right?
And
pretty
Yeah,
sure he was.
unless you know from what like
That-
source.
that was the wildest way to get to Christopher Lee I've ever seen.
Really? I do that shit all the time.
Dracula Prince of Darkness looks like what you're thinking of.
Oh man, I got
Okay.
really excited. I
Wait, he
thought
was in Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah, I think he was
Oh, he
one of
played
the
the judge.
relatives.
No, he played the judge that was sentencing Ichabod Crane, I remember. Yeah.
Oh, I was confusing that with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where he played Johnny Depp's dad.
Yeah, his dentist dad. Yeah.
That big lore of a backstory we needed, I guess.
Wait, Christopher
yeah.
Lee's in a Police Academy movie? That's
Is he?
crazy.
Wait, which one? Which?
1984. Go down on the left.
Oh, that's Police Academy 1. He was in OG Police Academy?
I need to
Probably played the
watch-
bad guy.
I need to watch that movie again. I haven't seen Police Academy in years.
Isn't there like 6 of them?
I think so, but why would you watch all of them?
You're right. Man, Christopher Lee, a man of talent, a man of culture,
Yeah, you know, the Castle of Fu Manchu.
in a lot of terrible movies, but never
Also-
terrible in them.
Also, The Blood of Fu Manchu. That was the second one, probably. Oh, no, that was the
I
first
know
one.
Blood of Fu Manchu is the first one. The Castle of Fu Manchu is the sequel. Do you think he plays Fu Manchu?
There's no way.
That would be funny though.
Oh my god, he does.
Yeah. Let's go.
That's probably not politically correct anymore, but fuck it. That was a long time ago.
That was 1969. It was okay.
Man, learn a new lore we never thought
Bro,
we
look
would.
at that.
Who do we get to play this Chinese man? I don't know. This is a fucking white dude.
A British white man.
Is he
Perfect.
British? I
Yes.
wasn't sure.
Yeah, he's got to be, right?
He's called Sir
he's
Christopher
Europe.
Lee.
That's right. Yeah, Sir Christopher Lee. Yeah, he's European.
He was knighted by the queen.
Yep, yes, that he was. Oh, it's got 2.9 on IMDb.
Oh yeah, that's got to be awesome.
That's a good movie. Wait,
Oh man.
The Castle is the fifth and final. There were 5 Fu Manchu movies. So
Excuse me.
that also means that he was only in 2 of them.
Oh
Damn.
fuck. Wait, was he? Oh shit. Christopher Lee as Fu Manchu. Yeah, you're. Oh, it's based off a real person too. Dr. Fu Manchu. This
Man.
is great. I love it.
I know I probably can't get you guys to watch it, but your boy Kong Ming actually does a great job like showing like older Chinese generals and like man, it's so good. You guys should watch your boy Kong Ming.
I probably will.
I'm not opposed.
I've
to the
thought about
idea.
it. According to his own account, Zach Romer decided to start the Dr. Fu Manchu series after his Ouija board spelled out China Man.
Oh come
when
on!
he asked what he would
What
make
is
his
this
fortune.
lore? My
Uh,
Ouija board spelled out China Man, and that made him want to
That's-
make a film.
That's
Okay.
probably not politically correct, but it's okay. We did a lot of dumb shit so many years ago.
That's so wild.
Yeah.
Wait, here's a quote. Imagine a person tall, lean, and feline, high shoulder with a brow like Shakespeare and a face like Satan. Invest him with the cruel, cunning, and entire Eastern race. Accumulate in one giant intellect with all the resources of science, past and present. Imagine that awful being, and you have the mental picture of Dr. Fu Manchu. The yellow peril incarnate in one man. Quote,
Oh,
the insidious Dr. Fu Manchu. This
We
is
are
not
very-
politically correct.
No, it
Weird.
is not, and they're really building this man up too.
we are really trying to get canceled on this one episode.
Hey, they came up with it. I'm just reading
No,
what's on the
we're reading the
wiki.
Wikipedia, folks.
I know, but still.
Man, white
Man.
men playing Asians. Portrayed by holy shit, you're right. Christopher Lee was not the only one
Why
who
is Nicolas
portrayed.
Cage on there? Why is he on there?
Yeah, of course.
Nicolas Cage in the wild.
Nicolas Cage has done so many bad movies.
Peter
You
Sellers, Glenn Gordon. I don't recognize anybody past Christopher Lee. I only recognize Nick Cage and Christopher Lee.
Wait, how many Fu Manchu movies were there?
Apparently 5, but it's a
Hmm.
series, so
I mean, maybe 5 in a certain series, and then there have been other ones made.
well, it says
Oh,
Boris
it says
Karloff.
right there the first appearance, the Zayat Kiss, I think. So I guess they're not all just Fu Manchu for the character.
Mm.
Arthur Henry Sarsfield Ward, better known as Sack Romer, was an English novelist. Oh, so okay, it was created by this guy, and he was first portrayed by this guy,
Yeah,
Harry Agar Lyons. How much you want to bet this Sack Romer was very racist? I can
I
probably
don't
put a
know,
lot of
man.
money down.
I don't know the guy.
There's no way. Impossible.
All I know is
Uh,
that he saw it in the Ouija board, and that was enough.
Yep. And the Waluigi board.
China man, I cannot believe that.
Man,
Uh,
we are on the tangent.
Sorry, I was just looking at in-universe information. He's male. He's a
Oh,
doctor.
oh, Salem, do you think he's a doctor?
He's a
He
mad
very well might
scientist,
be
supervillain,
supervillain,
assassin,
assassin,
crime
and
boss.
a crime boss. This is definitely getting into OC territory. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
He might be the original doctor.
From Doctor Who.
Yeah, what do you think I was talking about?
Oh, I thought you were just making a joke. They're like, oh, do you think he's a doctor on top of all this?
No.
Yeah, maybe in some universe he
Maybe
was the original Doctor Who.
could be the doctor.
I mean, shit, he could have been the. Well, I'm not going to say anything. But yeah,
Well,
moving on.
that's all to say. We're excited for Christopher Lee's return to Lord of the Rings, if for the last time.
All I gotta say on this is it's probably gonna be a very small role because if they pulled it out of a vault of like pre-recorded stuff, I can't imagine he'll have a lot of lines.
Yeah, they said they pulled it out of the vault and then they tweaked the line a little bit to kind of fit what needed the scene needed. So I cannot
Yeah.
imagine it's anything big.
So it'll
But
probably be a cameo from Sauron, and then that's it.
Mhm.
yeah. All right. So are any of us Xenoblade fans? I have the first, second, and the Golden Tora one, but I have not watched them. So,
I'm a big fan of Mithra and Pyra. That's about it.
I only know stuff from Saga,
okay.
so I
So
can't speak on Xenoblade.
Sherm, you remember our friend BB?
Yeah, Cameron, the boy.
Yeah. So he once told me that he 100%ed Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. And when I was like, why? He said, you can kind of put the game on autopilot. I was like, oh, okay. I
Oh, so
guess.
he just did it because he could. He's just like, well, it's not hard.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like Final Fantasy 15. I remember watching a video a while ago where the guy showed like the combat will just do itself if you hold down one of the buttons.
Oh yeah, there was quite a few people I saw saying the same thing about FF15.
Yeah, maybe it's like that where
FF15 or 16?
15
Oh,
specifically.
15, yeah.
Okay,
With
because I remember
Mappa
hearing
from
a
the
bunch of
boys.
people going like, "Oh, you can like Final Fantasy 16 is too easy," but then somebody was like, you got the like easy mode equipped."
Hmm.
But
He's
Yeah,
embarrassing.
this was specifically 15 because I watched this video a couple times.
Yeah,
okay.
there were people really criticizing the combat.
You literally just held down the X button and the game played itself for you.
Now, this game is coming out for the Switch. Originally came out for the Nintendo Wii U at
Mm,
console,
Yes,
RIP.
sir. Yes, sir. I remember
quality
seeing when I was
platform.
looking up Xenoblade stuff. I saw Xenoblade Chronicles X, and yep, the Wii U.
It's- oh yeah,
Yeah,
you had a
we
Wii U, right?
I
Sold it
did
to-
in fact own a Wii U for like a month or something, and then I sold it to a buddy.
Tell
yeah.
us what you did to your buddy.
Okay, so unintentionally, right?
Uh-huh.
Unintentionally. So when I got my Wii U, it was the special edition that came with Wind Waker HD, and I really like the look of Wind Waker, the art style, so I wanted that version of the Wii U. So I
Mhm.
bought it,
Mhm.
and then it was a digital version of Wind Waker. So I unlocked it or used the code or whatever, played it, and then my buddy was like, "Yeah, I'd love to have a Wii U," and he loves Zelda in general. So I'm like, "Yeah, I'll sell it to you." I get my money. He gets the Wii U. He turns it on. I think maybe a few weeks after the deal was struck, money changed hands, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm locked out of Wind Waker HD. I cannot access it." And yeah, we found out that it was locked to my account, which I had erased from the console.
Mhm.
So my buddy got screwed out of quite a bit of money because of that fiasco.
Well, he still had the greatest console ever made, the Wii U.
Oh
The
yeah,
Wii U.
it had some Zelda trim on the gamepad. It was surely worth almost full price. So
almost full price.
yeah, it was not a good deal by any stretch of the imagination.
Yep.
Now, I do wanna play these games at some point. People really like these Xenoblade games. I mean, have you seen how often these Xenoblade fans, like, jump down Donkey's throat for not liking him? Gotta be something there, right?
Um, I mean, maybe. I've heard a lot of people criticize him when it comes to, I think, JRPGs or just RPGs in general. I don't watch
Yeah,
his content, so I don't know. But
he's very critical of JRPGs, not because, like, they're boring, but more because, like, they don't innovate enough, I guess. So, like, I think he really did like Dragon Quest 12, I think it was? The Elusive
um,
Age. He
uh,
liked Yakuza Like a Dragon. He thought that was
Mhm.
fun.
oh yeah, dude, Like a Dragon is wacky shit. But then again, all
Mhm.
Yakuza games are.
I think
Mhm.
he liked Persona 5 Royal too. So,
That's
yeah,
crazy,
he
dog. That's crazy.
But
so he says that, like, JRPGs aren't his bread and butter, but when they're good, they're good. So, and I have to agree with him. I play a lot of just numbing JRPGs, and sometimes I'm like, "Why am I doing this?" But every
mhm.
now and then I'll find, like, a gem, and I'll be like, "Oh, yeah.
And I
This
just
is."
want to clarify real quick for anyone that doesn't understand why I said that about Persona 5. Telling me that someone likes Persona 5 is very like, I don't know, it's so common that it doesn't really strike me as anything. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
tons of people dig Persona 5.
Persona
yeah,
5 is
like,
pretty good.
yeah, everybody wants to be a Japanese schoolboy who is the, transfer student sitting in the back of the class.
Persona.
Persona.
Dude, like, if you don't remember, like, before 5, like, Persona 4 was the biggest selling Persona, the most recognizable thing, and when 5 came out, you could not escape 5. Like, Joker was everywhere, Morgana was
Ugh,
everywhere,
dude, like
Arcane was everywhere. Arsene,
everyone,
I mean.
if you're watching any video essays around that time or even a couple years later, for Christ's sake, I mean, hell, even now, video essayists will keep putting in Persona 5 music. And don't get me wrong, it's
It's
great.
good. It's really
But
good.
I
Yes,
also
it's
am
really
so
good.
I'm also fucking sick of it though too because I hear it all the time in a lot of video essays, and I'm just like, brother, we need to change the music
Look,
track here.
look. I don't care what you say. Rivers in the Desert goes so incredibly hard. I don't care.
No, it's
But
good, but I'm also sick of it. But
I
also,
will
I
say.
just to admit to the listeners, I don't like Persona 5, so nah.
that's
Wait, you
totally
really
fair.
don't?
No, I genuinely don't like Persona 5.
Dang. What do you like? Shin Megami Tensei?
Oh, you bet your ass I do. I mean, I like Persona 4. I actually no, like the rest of the Personas I do enjoy. But just 5 did not really hit a chord with me. Like I tried playing it around when it first came out, so like obviously way before Royal. I couldn't get into it. I didn't really
I
like most of the characters. I mean, the gamoplay was
What?
fine.
You know,
I
like
also
fucking. You know, like your guardian. He was the fucking best, man.
Huh?
The
Oh,
guardian.
100%.
Soichiro, I think is
Yeah.
his
So
name.
Ichiro's the fucking
Yeah, he was
man.
fine.
Oh, no, yeah.
Don't you fucking
It's
say
fine.
he's fine. He's the fucking best. Can't believe you've done this. Can't believe you publicly trash talk Surichiro like this.
Here's something I have to say. Why are we getting Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition on the Switch of all things? Where is the Switch 2? Where is the new console? We got a fucking alarm. And by the way, out here, I'll kind of lead
Winter
into this other one.
2025.
Where was it? I didn't put it in here. We're also getting a Spotify-like app for Nintendo Music.
Let's go.
What?
Finally,
Where is the new Nintendo Switch?
I can finally play Rivers in the Desert on my Switch.
How
No, it'll
long
be like
has oh, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say this app is exclusive Nintendo Music.
I can see it. It's under 3 men arrested for transcribing.
Oh, there it is. Yep,
Okay. I can't remember. When did the Switch come out again?
Fucking
2017.
yeah,
2017. Okay.
that sounds right.
I was just trying to remember because it feels like just a couple years ago for me. Like for whatever reason, it only feels like a couple years.
No, I totally understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, the Switch doesn't feel that old, but even by 2020, all the games felt dated. The graphics didn't look amazing. So, like, we're now in 2024, entering 2025. We need to know what's coming up because I don't want to continue buying Switch games for basically what is like a last gen console.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Because
I own a Switch, and I do own a decent amount of games for it. I enjoy the console, but yeah, with the whole like, it's been what 7 years. We're almost
Hmm.
getting to 8 next year.
Hmm.
It is kind of interesting. Like, what's the new console? You know, like, what are we doing?
The Switch 2, baby.
I hope the Switch 2 plays PS3 like has PS3 like graphics, seeing as how the fucking Switch had PS2 graphics. Like that's an exaggeration, but like
Yeah, there's some good looking games for sure, but in general, it's not like how do I put this? It's not really like
a
defining itself
Steam
by its
Deck.
graphic quality, you know.
Yeah, it's no Steam Deck, which we've seen is possible to play console-like games or even PC-like games. But yet, instead of the announcement from Nintendo being like, "All right, guys, get ready for the new console. It'll be revealed in a couple months or a couple
Yo,
weeks." Instead, we get extend your Legend of Zelda theme song,
yeah,
like
full 1 hour loop of fucking the Pikmin theme song. Let's go.
Oh,
Pikmin
Finally.
main
finally
menu
something
theme.
for me.
Dude, even if anybody downloads this, I know they're immediately just gonna go to Mario, Donkey Kong, or Zelda.
Oh, you bet your ass.
Because that's what I would fucking do.
Oh,
There may be some Kirby enthusiasts out there, some Metroid
Yeah,
ones, but
Kirby has some banger songs. I'm not gonna
I'm gonna
lie.
go out on a limb here and say most of the Mario music, while good, is pretty forgettable.
which one?
Mario.
Mario? Like I think like just Super Mario World and Mario Bros 3 is probably the most recognizable stuff, and Super Mario World.
Eh.
Oh, and I guess Mario 64?
Man, what
Yeah.
about Super Mario Sunshine? Come on.
Oh yeah, Sunshine. I
Who
love that.
remembers that?
Yo, Sunshine's
Well,
based.
some of us do.
What
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I
But no,
played.
if I download this, I immediately go into Zelda playlist.
Yeah, that's literally what I would do too. I would just look up Zelda music.
I
Be
would
like,
And now you can do
Where's
it
my Twilight
legally.
Princess?" Yeah, now I can do it legally. Yeah. Where's my Twilight
Oh,
Princess music at?
there is a caveat to this. You
Oh
have to
boy.
be a Nintendo Switch Online subscriber
I
right there.
mean, you pay like $2 for like
It's
whatever it is.
it's $20 for the base, $40 for like the ultimate premium package, and that's the one that includes the Nintendo 64 stuff.
Wait, did they up it? I thought it used to be like a buck 99 for like a month.
Yeah, it is like a bug 99. Well, I pay the year, which is $20 because it's like,
Mm,
yeah, like
that's
cheaper.
yeah. Did you
It's
ever
no $80 for PlayStation. Like, damn.
did you ever cancel fucking Paramount Plus? There you go. You got your whole Nintendo subscription all rolled up.
No, I didn't. I
Oh
keep
my
forgetting.
god. Of
Yep.
course he didn't.
That's how they get you, man. That's how they get you.
If
Um,
if I ever subscribe to anything anymore for like a free trial version, I go on my calendar immediately after I do it and set like a date so that way I remember to actually cancel it.
Yeah, well, that's what Amazon Prime did to me recently. I signed up for their trial because I was ordering some stuff, and then I forgot
Yep.
about it, and then they charged me.
Yep. Did they charge you the whole
so
year?
No, no. So
You
I'm not
wait,
gonna like hemorrhage the wallet, but I did not want to pay for it.
mhm.
were you not an Amazon Prime subscriber?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
The only
Uh,
subscriptions I had generally were like Hulu. I had Netflix for a little bit, but they all got canceled over time.
Yep.
oh, like, do you not use like the 2-day shipping for like shopping on Amazon or like,
Uh,
Because Prime gets rolled in with your Prime subscription. Like,
I mean, like I used the Prime stuff when I had the trial like last month because I had to buy like an air filter and some other stuff. But yeah, that's the only time I ever really used it, and then I forgot about it.
oh,
Me
okay.
and Salem are the same. I think where we only use Amazon if we absolutely need something that we can't just go buy from another store.
Yeah, that sums it up pretty well.
Yeah, like I used to be like you where I would use Amazon like every other week. Now I never use it unless I absolutely have to.
I mainly use it to buy comics and stuff I cannot get at a store because a lot of the manga I want aren't in stores. Like I'm collecting the Bleach and One Piece volumes, they're not in stores, so I
Hmm.
have to get them through either Barnes and Noble or Amazon. And there's some other stuff that aren't available there. So it's yeah,
Right, and you got like
I
what
go
this
through.
thrift book, one that you told me about some time ago.
Yeah, yeah. Thrift books. For whatever reason, the Dragon Ball and Bleach books have gone up in price, so I'm not buying from there right now. At least those mangas. If I'm gonna, because the price, it's like $8 for a very good to like new copy, and then like a brand new copy is like $9. I might as well just pay $9 because it used to be, hey, it's $9 for a new copy, or you can pay $4 to $5 for a like new or very good copy, and they'd be very pristine. It'd be like maybe red ones.
Yeah,
But now
but
it's
like
gotten
you
too
said, since they have hiked the prices, there's no real reason not to buy the like new, right? Since it's so close.
especially with manga. manga because I think manga is the one I noticed the difference go up in manga. Comics has stayed the same. Like comics are usually around $14 to $15, and a lot of the comics I want to read that aren't in high demand, which is a lot of them, just stay in the $5 range for a like new to very good copy. So
Mm.
I'm like, this still works out for that.
Well, at least in terms of Dragon Ball and Bleach, like you can draw a line between, well, they have anime going on, so
Yeah, which I think is what is happening right now is we got Thousand Year Blood War and Daima and yeah. All right, so and we've kind of tangent off a little bit. That's my fault. Sorry, guys. Studio Pierrot and South Korean animation studio Red Dog are collaborating, partnering up. They're creating a anime called, how would you say this? Latina Saga?
Latina, yeah, I'd say.
Now,
Mhm.
can you guess what this is?
I see a guy with a really big sword.
I
Okay.
highlighted the summary because the summary is not in that article. It says Ryu Hanbin, normal person. He gets isekai.
Yay.
It's another isekai. But it says left to fend
Uh-huh.
for himself. He was given a goal of surviving and growing stronger in a desolate world riddled with monsters. The problem is the guideline that was supposed to be his guiding system to survive is filled with errors.
Okay, so ex-military dude, so he knows how to fight, and then his guide for the new world is fucking up. Okay, I see.
Yep.
Um,
Um,
I,
looks generic.
yeah, I mean, it would just depend on what the actual like writing is, right? Because that on paper does not sound stand up by any means.
The thing is like Studio Pierrot has their handful right now. They delayed the Naruto special, which by the way I don't care, but they delayed it to continue the Thousand Year Blood War quality. But
Good.
I don't know what else they're doing right now.
Boruto.
True. No,
Oh,
that went on. I think that went on break.
Mm.
wait, were they
Oh,
doing
man.
Boruto as well?
Yeah.
Yes, they were doing Boruto.
Oh, those poor boys over there.
Like take any like series that airs week to week except for One Piece, and they're most likely done by Studio Pierrot. Let me see what they're currently working on. Oh,
So 2020s, it looks like Thousand Year Blood War. Kingdom season 3,
Oh, they're doing
4.
Kingdom. Huh.
Yep, Kingdom. And then whatever this is.
Yo, what is Yatagarasu the Raven does not choose its master? That's some interesting cover art. Okay, okay.
This looks pretty interesting. The series began publication, blah blah blah. Manga adaptation. Okay, so
I don't know.
I
It's
wonder if
got a
this
bird, dude. That's interesting enough for me.
historical fantasy. Okay, well, looks kind of cool. It's a seinen. Got manga adaptation, so looks pretty cool. Untitled Magical Girl series, original work.
All right, cool.
I mean, yeah, like they don't seem to be their output. Like, look at this, just between the 2010s, and we're only in 2024. Like, this could grow or stay the same, but like in the 2010s, they had what? Tokyo Ghoul, Puzzles
mm.
and Dragons, Scenario Boys, Dynamic Chord, Black Clover. Yeah, Black Clover and Boruto were like their big
Ah,
selling.
yes, convenience store boyfriend's my favorite.
Yep.
Wait, is that? I watched this one actually.
Oh, dude, now that you showed the cover art for it, I tried watching that too. I'm good.
It sucked.
Oh, I bet it did.
There's some about like there was a twin sister, she died. He thought he was in love with her, but it turned out it was the dead twin. I was like, what the I was
Ugh.
like, Get out of here. I was like, please be done.
Oh yes, Tokyo Ghoul Route A. Oh,
What a
oh, how
banger.
lovely. Oh yeah, what a solid banger.
Level E,
This is a
Kingdom,
sarcasm for the listeners.
Yeah,
Rock Lee and his ninja pals.
I'm gonna bang my head into a wall if I have to watch Route A again. That's how much of a banger it is.
Yeah, I can't imagine a world where I'd want to rewatch that.
So I mean, Studio Pierrot's like output has I mean, we're only about to hit 2025. That's the middle of the decade. I mean, there could still be more to come. That could be it. Who knows?
I
Looks
mean,
like they've been coming out with a couple movies.
the work they're doing on Thousand Year Blood War is pretty incredible. I can understand putting their other projects on hold to focus on that.
But the thing is, like, even if they were to finish Thousand Year Blood War, to kind of focus on this middling, like, just okay, I haven't read it, so
Uh huh.
maybe it's good. It's on this manga park. It's got an 8.3.
Hmm.
It can't be any worse than Solo Leveling. That's all I gotta
I
say.
I was
I don't
literally
know.
thinking about solo leveling as you
You
were
people
looking at the
told
ratings.
me Soul Leveling was good, and then I watched it, and it was like the most middle of the road thing
Oh
I've ever
well, you
seen.
see, Sherm, the cool stuff hasn't happened.
You just gotta read the fucking manhwa.
I think the manhwa is it just hits different because the anime tried to be a little too grounded.
Let me
I
look up Soul Leveling Manhwa
I
real
mean,
quick.
here's the thing, right? I am fully willing to believe you. Like, obviously, sometimes anime adaptations are butchered. Record of Ragnarok, but
What?
yeah, I know, right? But like, I don't know, just solo leveling. Some really interesting shit has to happen later on in the story for me to care. I mean, hell, season 2 is going to be coming out, so
All right.
true.
I do like that in Korean manhwa they are colored. It helps me a lot with comprehension while reading. I can
I
understand what's going on. Whereas when I read Fushimoto Chainsaw Man guy's work,
yeah.
a
yeah.
lot of it I just skipped over because it was just a fucking mess. Like
Oh,
not
he does.
like his action scene specifically.
Yeah, he can't draw very well. I'm not gonna lie.
It's it's not that he can't draw well, it's he doesn't translate his action very well. It's like hard to follow what's going on. Same thing I would say with Gege. Gege has a big problem with that.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. But then the anime does a good job of translating that, which is
Yeah,
honestly not a hard, like very impressive feat.
honestly,
Um,
when JJK season 3 eventually comes out, I might start to enjoy Gege's story more if I get like more context for the things that are happening. I still think the ending's bad either way.
well, you're right. Sorry, I was kind of looking at these panels, and this is the one thing I hate about manhwas is like we get like story black bars, and then we get panel white bars, a shot white bars. I don't know. I don't like the manhwa formatting if you're not taking advantage of the whole thing.
Well, I mean, maybe it's because it's like on this site as well. Because like, when I'm reading manhwa on like Webtoon,
Yeah.
it's not like huge bars of like void and then the next thing. Like, it's pretty like all together. So it could just be the site too, or how they scanned it.
You see how like this is kind of translating well, like how it
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
goes
Like
into
it's
each
it's
other.
not wasting space in between.
Yeah, but then it's like black bars, white bars,
Yeah, like
white
the
bars.
white bar
Yeah.
stuff, I don't get. Like at least with the black bar stuff, maybe it's like building tension because like someone's trying to grab him, I guess. But like, yeah, there's a lot of wasted space. I think it's just the site.
But okay, well, good luck. I don't know if I'll check it out. That did not look very appealing, but I guess I did kind of just jump into a random chapter. So, if it looks any good, what do you guys think? Should we maybe check out a trailer or two of whatever this is?
Yeah, sure. I mean, like, odds are we're gonna be watching Soul Leveling season 2 anyway. So like,
Hell
you
yeah.
know,
Arise.
yeah,
I
Rise.
get to see
Yeah,
Egress again. Egress was pretty cool.
he was pretty cool.
So here's something that kind of came out of nowhere, and I don't know if I will redeem it on PlayStation. It's called Death
Wait,
Note Killer Within.
Is
This
this
is probably why
they made a video game?
an Among Us video game?
it's an Among Us clone. It looks like an Among Us clone to me.
Dude, if it is, I swear to God.
Wait, watch this, right?
Oh my god.
Um,
Oh,
what?
This
What
is
am I looking at?
this is the gameplay of the Akira.
No, you're bullshitting me. This can't be right.
why
Oh, this is it.
why did they make Playmobil fucking Death Note? I don't like this.
Okay. All right.
Are you guys enjoying it? Are you feeling it
Uh,
now, Mr. Krabs? Like
I'm, I'm
uh,
calling a meeting right now.
uh,
putting the name in the
man, like, come on.
online
No,
social deduction.
no. I
Oh, I
can't.
hope it has those
Dude,
bad.
no.
Yeah, all according to Keikaku. Keikaku means
Keikaku means
plan.
plan.
Yeah.
Th- uh,
Dude,
Thank.
by the way, this was free
Man.
for PlayStation Plus subscribers this month. I was like, what a waste of my subscription.
I'm sorry. Just seeing Kira laugh is that it kills me.
Hey,
Um,
you know what? This is probably why all those
Dude,
people got sent to those fucking.
dude, number 3 seems sus as fuck. What in the fuck is this?
That's what I'm saying.
Couldn't you make like an
Doesn't
actual video game with Death
no,
Note?
no, we can't. We need to cash in on the Among Us craze that happened forever ago.
Look, I'm
you
not even the biggest fan of Death Note, and I think the game deserves better than, or the anime deserves better than this.
When you tell me they're making a Death Note game, this is not remotely what comes to mind at all. Believe it or
didn't
not.
think Among Us Pussy Baka fucking ripoff?
Surprisingly, no. Surprisingly, no. Oh well, thank God I can get it on PS5.
Well, yeah,
I would have been missing out.
yeah.
Okay, so real quick, I'm pretty sure all of the people who fucking got sent to those like waiting rooms to go be disgruntled and quit so they didn't have to pay out. Bandai didn't have to pay out. Bandai probably saw this and was like, "What the fuck is this? We can't release this." And they're like,
I,
"You can't write this one off." And they're like, "Oh,
I
that
don't know.
looks horrible.
I'm
This
I'm looking
Horrible."
forward to poor sales.
this seems like a company decision. Like, yeah, the kids really like that Among Us thing. Make one of those.
You know what we got you know well, what are some of our IPs? They're like, "Oh, we got Death
Hell
Note,
yeah, it makes
Among Us."
sense. We'll give one of them the Death Note.
Slaps
Wait,
hand on knee. That's it. That's the
That's
one.
it. Johnson, you're getting raised. The rest of you fired.
call a meeting, just write everyone's names in the Death Note. Like,
I can't, man. What a nothing game.
I forget
look,
which country it was. It might have been Japan, but I think in one of the countries they actually had to ban kids from having Death Notes because they just like would write their teachers' names in it.
And just write like
that's fuck.
gets hit by a bus or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here, died in an accident in front of the convenience store.
Oh, sick.
Oh, you like that little
Wait,
Ryuk following him?
wait, look at how you gotta it's a little mini game.
Yeah, let's
R
go.
stick down, up, right, down.
Oh man, we're getting some David Cage-esque, like you need to solve the problem. Here's some random QTEs.
I think it's number 3 because I saw him standing writing in the Death Note.
You can't prove that. It's like, isn't
No.
there Ryuk next to you?
Yeah, I saw him followed by Ryuk, Chibi Ryuk.
Oh, fuck. So, you guys interested? You wanna play with me? Fuck
No.
yeah.
100%. Yeah, I'll buy it on my PC as soon as it comes
Yeah,
out.
I'm gonna download Among Us and start training now, so that way I'm the best.
I'll be the
Rank,
best Kira there was.
rank, com-
Yeah, I'll be the best Kira.
rank competitive fucking Death Note game.
Imagine. Yeah, it looks like shit. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on from that, term another news story, not as similar to like a couple weeks ago. Remember when the guy stabbed the other guy for liking what was it, like an idol more than him or
oh, the guy
something like
that
that?
stabbed the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how could I forget that?
Yeah.
Well, it's not as terrible as that, but it looks like CODA, the Content Overseas Distribution Association, worked with Tokyo, and they arrested a bunch of people for a spoiler site.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what that means. Says that well, okay. So basically this article says that three men, 38-year-old company worker from manager from Shibuya Ward, a 33-year-old and a 45-year-old full-time employee, they were all arrested for apparently like just spoiling movies, I guess, and anime
So
apparently.
relatable.
How dare they?
Do you guys remember the like Harry Potter spoiler war from like back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
That's what this reminded me of, except people went outside to troll people outside Barnes& and Noble. I've seen those videos in, like, 240p.
Wait, do
Crazy.
people actually do that?
Yeah, they went and did that.
Yeah.
That's so funny and fucked up, man. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, dude, there's a video when the Half-Blood Prince comes out of people just driving around outside of Barnes& and Noble because the spoilers got put on the website, like, literally day of or a week or, like, the day before book officially came out. And people were just driving around Barnes& and Nobles just going, "Snape kills Dumbledore."
I can't
Spoiler.
imagine being so fucking bored and malicious to actually like get in my vehicle and do that shit. That's too much.
Mm-hmm. This does remind me of my long running joke with one of my old friends where we were watching Demon Slayer and I always mention that one of the characters that you wouldn't think would turn into a demon turns into a demon. He always goes, "That's never gonna happen, man." I'm just
Oh,
like,
when we did that to that one dude at our old
oh,
job?
not that guy specifically, a
No,
different
I know,
guy.
but we did do that to him, and he was like, "He's always on demon time."
Yeah, Tanjiro turns into a demon. What are you talking about? Tanjiro's always on demon time.
What?
Oh, dude, don't. I must never told you this story. You might not have been working there at the time.
No, I don't think he was.
I need to hear about this.
So one guy comes in, and I think I'm talking to somebody else, and this guy,
Matt.
what? Yeah, I'm talking to Matt, and this guy overhears me. And the joke is that I told Matt that Tanjiro turns into a demon, and the guy standing there waiting for us to like finish our shift and leave. He also watched Demon Slayer, so he just goes, "Tanjiro's always on demon time."
Uh,
Yeah, and we had the same reaction as you, but we couldn't physically show that because he was standing right
Yeah,
there.
right,
yeah, we
right.
couldn't say anything.
It was
We just
Tanjiro's always on demon time. I can't.
yep. He's always on Demon Time.
So he's
I
on
wonder how
demon
he
time.
felt when he, got more into the story. I wonder how he felt
Well,
after that.
that doesn't happen until the end, and it hasn't been animated yet. And this kid does not look like he reads manga, so
Oh, you think he
It
was an anime
definitely does
only?
not.
no.
Okay, so back to these guys getting arrested. It says that according to Coda, between January and February of 2024, the arrested men transcribed detailed contents, including the entire story, character names, lines, action scenes, and developments of the 2023 live-action Godzilla minus one movie
Yeah, well,
that was copied
they defeat Godzilla. Spoilers.
with the water.
Yep.
They sink him,
So,
and
but God,
apparently 2018's Overlord, which is
what the
already
fuck
Uh,
even happened at the end of that one? I don't remember.
No, I don't
I
remember.
I watched the third Overlord season. I couldn't tell you, man.
Uh,
Einzelgaun's still doing good.
Oh yeah,
And
he's chill.
yeah, everyone in Nazarick is doing pretty well. That's all I
hmm
could tell you.
hmm
It
Uh,
says, according to Coda, these spoiler sites that transcribe full content of movies have been considered problematic. I guess it's worth getting arrested over. So I don't know. Like this is such a weird news story. Like, yeah, imagine being like, "What are you in for?" Spoiled Godzilla minus one.
yeah, I consciously wrote down everything that happened in Godzilla minus one and posted it to the internet. Like,
the
it's such a
Turns to the part timer. What about you? I transcribed all of Overlord season 3.
the
specifically season three.
the only thing I could think of is like if these are accurately like listing all the lines and stuff, maybe you could use it for like illegal subtitling or something on like a movie that you normally wouldn't be able to get subtitles for. But other than that, I don't know.
It's such a weird news story to be like, hey, we have arrested these men for transcribing the full contents of movies and shows. Like, wow, what a crime to do. Like, what a white collar crime.
Don't worry, citizens. We've gotten the scum cleaned off the streets. You can rest
I,
easy now.
I have a question, and we can get into it or not. What do you guys think is the greatest spoiler of all time, or like the biggest twist? I guess probably spoiler. You don't have to say exactly what it is. Like you can just mention the piece of media, or because
Hmm.
I'm trying to think which one I would consider the biggest one.
I mean, just like Snape kills Dumbledore is like the hugely memed, like long-lasting one. That's the first one that comes to mind. I don't really know.
Fair
I think
enough.
that one comes to mind for me because I didn't know it going into that movie.
Oh,
hmm
But see, because things like Darth Vader being Luke's father, I knew that because it had been parodied so much. By the time I
Uh,
got around to those movies, I already knew.
you watched the Harry Potter movies? What a fake fan! I read the books.
No, I watched those movies. The
This
books were
this
too thick for
pushes up
me.
glasses. You didn't read
this
the books.
Okay, and it's another small side tangent, but like the biggest crime in Harry Potter, the movies versus the books, is the ending of the last movie. There's supposed to be this big fight between like all the former teachers of Hogwarts versus the Death Eaters, and they cut out most of it for brevity, I would assume.
But sure,
Do you
I
think?
need to watch Voldemort and Harry shoot magic lasers at each other.
Yeah, we need to
Uh,
see them do the beam struggle in live
Yeah,
action form.
I kind of
yes.
kind of wanted to see Bellatrix Lestrange and fucking Professor McGonagall fighting each other, but I guess I won't ever get to see that.
Did they fight? Because in the movies, it was fucking Bellatrix and like the Weasley mom.
There, yeah, there's just like a lot more like
So they
lot,
cut out a lot of like what you'd assume to be important shit they would show on the big
yeah,
screen, but they were just like, eh,
yeah. We need to get this over with. We made two movies out of a single book.
yep, wrap it up.
Wrap it
That
up.
reminds me of Game of Thrones, where sometimes there will be like three different battles going on in like the same time frame, and we're seeing like different perspectives in the book. But then the show was like, "Oh yeah, Peter Dinklage got knocked out for that one. Don't worry about it. You don't need to see it."
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. They actually like show more of that battle in the books.
Yeah, I think I said this back in our episode about like properties we'd like to see animated, and I said Game of Thrones. If they ever like go back and redo it like in animation form, and then Sherm was saying like maybe Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But like yeah, like in Game of Thrones, like there like Peter like the Peter Dinklage character, fuck, what was his name? Tyrion?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like kills a horse because he's like because his helmet had a spike, and because he's so short, he just like somebody's like swinging at him with a sword, so he just takes his helmet and he impales the horse.
When
And
doing
like
you go ahead.
that's where I think he gets the scar, like his first scar originally. And it's not like the pretty scar from like the show. Like his nose comes off.
Oh, dude, I've watched some videos by people talking about the differences in like the way the characters act or look from the books to the show. And Tyrion sounds like that he seems described as like a genuine like creature. Like his eyes are different colors. He's not good to look at, more or less was how a character described him.
Yeah, he like he's already kind of like he already kind of looks like a gremlin in the books. Like by the time we get to like the fourth or fifth book, he just looks like a straight up like goblin or nightmare just because of everything he's been through. But yeah, like yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know how we got here. Huh?
Spoilers. Harry Potter spoilers, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay, okay.
Sherm
Guys
wanted to
digress.
see Bellatrix Lestrange fight the Weasley mom a lot better.
Yeah.
Did you guys I didn't put this in here, but did you guys see that the lady who played McGonagall a couple weeks ago passed away?
Yep, I did not.
Yep, RIP to her. Maggie Smith was her name. She's also on Snake Way, but I'm sure she'll take her time. Now, moving on from that, are you guys Daft Punk fans, or do you like Daft Punk?
No.
I've enjoyed their music in the past, but I wouldn't say I'm a fan by any means.
Really?
Well, yeah, I never really went back to listen to more of their music. I couldn't really say I'm a fan.
Okay. Well, I am a genuine fan. I do like their music. What about you, Sherm?
Can't say I've really listened to Daft Punk.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, back in the early 2000s, they came out with one of their albums called Discovery. I'm pretty sure that's the one. And what they did for that album was they commissioned Toei to kind of make an anime movie to go along with it. So like every song kind of is its own music video. So like if you go on YouTube and you type the harder, better, faster, stronger, you can listen to the song, but you can also get that snippet of the like the anime that they created, but it's an overarching narrative. There's no talking. It's just the album and the music. And visually, it's pretty gorgeous. And they're upscaling all the images and stuff to go look 4K. And I think it looks amazing, in my opinion.
Mm.
Like yeah, Daft
Yeah,
Punk.
look at these cool looking dudes.
Oh yeah, that's they wear those in real life, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool guys. I'm sure you like this one on the right. Is this
Yeah,
true?
you're right. You're right.
I knew it. Sherm, would you say he kind of looks like the Dr. Vegapunk one?
Chaka, a little bit, a little colorful though.
Yeah, when I saw the Vegapunk helmet, I was like, "Oh, that's definitely a Daft Punk. It's got to be a Daft Punk reference." I'm
I
sure
was
Oda's in Cultured Man.
I was so sad when that part happened in One Piece. That was my favorite Vegapunk.
The helmet one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that one too. He was definitely like the cool, calculated one.
Chaka.
But this movie or music video, I would say, it really goes hard for me. Like these are some of the stills. I even like when I saw this announcement, I went back on YouTube and I watched the like 4080p version that's up there, and I was just jamming, dude. It looks great. Like, and then but they're upscaling it also looks pretty good. I really can't wait. Now it does say that it will play for one day in about 800 theaters, and I'm hoping that we like wherever the nearest like theater is to us where I could probably watch this, I might just go watch this. I might reserve my ticket. I might go do it. So,
Break free from your 480p constraints.
Mm-hmm.
yep, go watch this movie, jam out with some Daft Punk enthusiasts. I don't know, like their music is really good, and they don't just stay in one like spot. They always evolve. So I don't know. I really like it. If you guys are willing to come, or if you guys want to, I'm sure we might have to go to like a bigger city than the one we're already in.
I mean,
But
shit, if it's possible, like I'd go. Like I remember liking their music, but it's just that I never the last time I've listened to any of their music was probably years ago.
yeah, and I mean, Discovery is like this album is where a lot of like the most recognizable music comes from, if not the album before that. So, I mean, I'm really excited. I hope I get to see it. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to let you guys know this is happening. And I also wanted to know if you guys were fans or not.
Well, hey man, if it's remotely possible, I'll go with you.
Hell yeah. I think we had movie and like video game movie news earlier. Paul W. Sanderson, the director of fucking
Oh
those
great,
Resident Evil movies,
oh great,
he's
yeah,
back.
awesome.
He's back. What do you guys think?
He did a fucking Monster Hunter
Monster Hunter.
movie.
Yeah.
Dude, I laughed so hard back when I saw the trailer for that. I'm like, yeah, there's no way it's gonna be good, dog. Ain't
It
no
was
way.
not. apparently.
And now he's doing House of the Dead.
It's specifically House of the Dead 3, which
Uh,
apparently follows Risa Rogan, who is trying to rescue her father.
well, hey man, as someone, believe it or not, that is not cultured in the House of the Dead lore, I have no idea how I'd feel about this. I guess there's not as much to butcher.
What about you, Sherm? Are you a House of the Dead anything? Because I also am not either.
Nope.
I'm just every now and then I think like this guy's doing something pretty okay, right? He does Death Race, the first one.
Oh,
He
he did Death
did,
Race?
yeah.
Okay, I
The
genuinely enjoyed that movie. I'm not gonna lie.
he did Alien versus Predator, the first one.
I also enjoyed
Wasn't
that movie.
wasn't terrible.
Yeah, it was not terrible. Now Requiem, on the other hand, now that was a pile of shit.
That one you couldn't see at all. You're just watching a black screen with green every now and then.
Hmm.
He directed, yep, Monster Hunter. Can't say I know anybody who ever watched that one. So, and then some of the Resident Evils were okay. The first one at least was genuinely pretty good. And Mortal Kombat 1990 whatever year that came out.
I will say, at least in terms of the Resident Evil movies he's done, one was like the only one I'd give a pass. Everything after that, it's just messy.
So, I mean, his filmography here, is this anything you guys are like, does any of this look exciting to you guys?
Well, okay,
Oh, Event Horizon? I completely
wait, he
forgot
he
about
did
that.
Event Horizon?
Yes, yes, he did.
Oh, okay. So he does have some interesting works. Then I also forgot he did Mortal Kombat, which I love. Well, he did.
I don't
Could
know
you
if
go
he
back?
did.
Pandorum. I watched that movie in the past.
Directed by Christian Alvarez. So I don't think he had anything to do with that.
Oh, okay.
Which
Then
one?
maybe these are a little mixed up. What was it? The original Mortal Kombat, 1995.
He
That is
did
a
direct this one.
no. That is a fucking classic, dude. That is a good one.
Your Soul is Mine.
Your soul is my. It's really good, dude. Fucking just a quick tangent. Fucking Raiden. Whoever was playing Raiden in that movie was so fucking funny.
Christopher
So
Lambert.
dude, he was funny. I distinctly remember in the beginning of the movie they're on like a ship to go to like Outworld or whatever, and
Yeah.
Raiden just does this weird laugh.
He's like,
He's explaining shit. Yeah, he goes, hey, 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 and it just fucking cracks me up. But in any case, he does have some decent works. But
he,
Resident Evil was butchered beyond all repair, and
oh yeah.
at least House of the Dead. Again, I don't know the fucking lore, but like there probably isn't that much to butcher, right?
I would hope not. I mean, House of the Dead, what is there really to butcher? It's an arcade game. Or like, what do they call it? An on-rails shooting game, like an on-rails shooter. So like
Yeah, on rail shooter, I think is the term for it.
there's not, sorry, I'm being stared at by a vicious strong man.
Oh, is she gonna beat you up?
No, she can't beat me up.
No.
She's not strong enough for that. Her power level is only at 9,000.
Rookie numbers.
Hell yeah. She said she's gonna do a final combo on my ass if I keep it up.
Her final combo. Okay.
So, yeah, this movie is apparently scheduled to begin production mid 2025, late 2025. So we probably won't see this movie for like 2 to 3 years, if that. But even then, his last movie, Monster Hunter, bombed. So I can't imagine they're giving him too much money.
Sorry, I was looking up the Raiden laugh from Mortal Kombat. It still kills me to this day, man. Oh, all right. Let's see here. Okay, can I post this?
Jack.
All right, there we go. Dude, it fucking kills me because it's so just not in line with the tone at all. It fucking kills me.
Yeah.
It's just so fucking weird.
Where's our chat for general? Oh,
Huh?
yes, it's still recording. Oh, thank God. I was about to
Oh, you're
get.
worried it just like canceled?
Yeah, yeah, because my screen did a little something funky. Yeah, no, I love that.
The fate of billions depends on it.
Then he gets really serious.
Yeah. He immediately like reels it back, and it just felt so weird that I'll never forget it.
I was about to say, did you guys know that Uwe did a House of the Dead movie already?
Oh,
Yeah,
did he
it's in the
actually?
news article.
Oh, did you? Oh, in here?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Oh
sure.
yeah, yeah. The last line: Sega's franchise previously inspired the 2003 House of the Dead live-action film by Uwe. That one wasn't any better. So, hey man, up in the air. Good on him, but I don't see this kind of going anywhere. I don't see it being good. Like I said, he's had good stuff in the past, but his most recent stuff has not really given me any hope for me to be like, could be good.
Genuinely, I just this is more or less gonna full like fall on how he's gonna going to be able to write his own story. Because again, I don't think House of the Dead is this expansive universe that none of us know about or whatever. Like it's just going to be on him to write a good story.
I agree. I guess if you guys want to move on from that, keeping with Hollywood news, a Gundam film is finally in the works. Now, a lot of the people attached have been attached to some very good and very well received stuff like Detective Pikachu, Dune,
Mm,
Kong Ska Island, Pacific
mm,
Rim Uprising. I mean,
mm.
that one you can kind of give or take, but
I would also say the same about Dune.
I thought Dune was good. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Okay,
mean, hey,
but
I like the first one.
Eh,
I am Atreides. I don't know the whole quote.
I am Paul
Um,
Muad'Dib Atreides, Duke of Arrakis, under the Blue Sea or something.
yep. Jordan Vogt Roberts was previously announced as director and an executive producer for the film, and comic book author Brian K. Vaughan for Why the Last Man, Ex Machina, and Runaways was slated to write it. But as of right now, like all I really got from this is that it's coming. It's people are getting it together, and look, it's a giant robot mech film. I hope it's as good as Pacific Rim. It's gonna have to be in space because normally that's what where Gundam ends up is in space. I don't know. What would you guys hope to see from a Gundam movie? Seeing as how I'm not a fan. I don't know. I don't think you guys either.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, I don't know about what Sherm knows, but I don't know hardly anything about the actual Gundam story. I have no clue.
I know that Char exists. He rides a pink robot.
Oh yeah, there is Char. He has a dorky helmet and he rides a special mech.
Yep.
Is that the dude with the dumb helmet on his head?
Yeah, yeah, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you pulling up Char real quick? Yeah, he looks like a dork.
But
Yeah,
I don't know what's your problem.
he looks like a dork.
No, that's just Char Ansible.
Man, I
Yeah, look at
can't.
how fucking Salem of all the people that would say that looks like a dorky helmet. I can't believe you would.
Well, here we are, man, making history. His mech's cool though.
Yeah, I love it's pink. Like if you look at
So
certain old versions of the Zaku mech, it just looks pink.
like this one?
No, close that real quick. Go up
Wait,
to
so
Zaku.
is it supposed to be red, but like came out as pink?
Jose, it's a litter. Never mind.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Well, there's more than one variant, that's for sure, for the Zaku model.
yeah, like you can see in that AliExpress one.
Man,
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, like, looking at these pictures of the Zaku, it looks so cool, man. I really dig it.
Yeah,
Looks like
I
a
love it.
barbarian kind of thing.
I love cool robots. Like
Now
those
I know.
nightmare frames we saw earlier were cool. Unfortunately, they're attached to some garbage.
Now, Sherm, you are a mech fan. You've made that known in the past. What would you like to see from a Gundam movie? Do you
Uh,
want to see the blonde guy with the dumb mask, as Salem eloquently put it earlier?
I'm
uh,
sorry, he just looks like a dork. I don't mean it in any negative way. I don't hate the design, but he just looks like a dork.
I don't know. I'm not a Gundam. I haven't watched any Gundam actually. I like the mech properties outside of Gundam. So I
I
don't.
watched Wing, but I don't
Mhm.
remember anything.
There's Gundam fans that will tell you to avoid certain shows. I can't remember exactly which ones or which.
I heard Gundam Seed, I think, is one some people will say to avoid. That's
Yep.
about all I know.
That's crazy because that's the one I see the most stuff for.
Iron Blooded Orphans, I'm told was good. Witch from Mercury, Ryder said was good, and I heard some people talking about it like a couple seasons ago. It looks cool. I just need time to get into it.
Well, the only thing I could really say is that at least if I'm drawing a parallel between like Code Geass, which Sherman I really enjoyed, to like a Gundam like film or whatever, as long as like there's some really interesting like plot going on, like there's some intrigue, people are getting stabbed in the back, politics, that type of thing, mixed in
Yeah.
with the fighting, it'll probably be pretty good.
Because before you got on, we were checking out random stuff that we were kind of interested in. So I mashed through like one of the episodes of Rose of whatever it's called, like the new Code Geass show.
Oh yeah.
And like we were watching a scene where it's like one of the nightmares was taking on like 7 or 8 of the enemy nightmares, and I just like kind of said to Salem, I'm like, they really took the wrong lessons from Code Geass, where it wasn't the cool robots fighting each other that was necessarily what drew us in. It was like the characters and the backstories and like the general politicking around the show and the cool robots were just like the cherry on top of all of that.
Oh, so kind of like how The Matrix did the same thing, whereas like everybody really loved the cool action scenes. The philosophy was kind of cool, but we didn't hyper focus on it. The cool tech, and then when we got Matrix Reloaded, it was just like, hey, philosophy, man in a fucking green tower,
Well, I mean, they
more
like
philosophy.
the Matrix had a really interesting backdrop to like have this action in, you know what I mean? Because like
Mm-hmm.
you're in a digitized world where you could, if you die in the game, you die for real.
Yep.
You know, but also like, yeah, machines are ruling the earth, and you know they have to like hack their way back into the Matrix to even try to make a change, that type of thing. You know.
Like another good example from anime, I think, would be like the first couple seasons of Attack on Titan, where like the fighting was cool, but it was like a cherry on top of like the mystery behind what the Titans were and like the characters' interactions with each other and the characters themselves. Like that, maybe that's why I don't like later seasons of Attack on Titan as much, because like it seemed mostly action driven, where I was kind of like, well, I know the mystery, and it all kind of just didn't matter as much anymore. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, considering we don't know a whole lot about like Gundam itself, I mean, I'm sure given how many series there are really good seasons that do have like interesting politics and characters mixed in with
Yeah,
cool robots, you know.
I'm imagining that's probably the early stuff because, early anime was had like a lot more problems with budget, so there's probably less fighting overall. Probably a lot of monologuing that's going on, similar
Um,
to like Dragon Ball Z fights in some cases.
Here, I'm gonna go away real quick. I'll be right back. Give me 15 minutes. And then I have two more things and then we'll be done.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have to wrap stuff up pretty soon here.
Well, actually, let's hear. Did you
Uh huh.
guys see the new Madoka Magica trailer?
I think
Um,
I was watching it earlier while you guys were talking about something, but we can
I
watch it again.
I don't think I have. Like, is this actually like a new trailer?
It's if it'll load. It's got like it's a trailer with new scenes apparently. Like it's the same thing, but trying to there we go. Like it's just newer it's like a couple new scenes that we haven't already seen.
Oh, yeah, I can already tell we haven't seen this stuff.
Yeah, so it's a bunch of stuff we haven't seen
Oh,
before.
Look at that parfait. That
oh.
parfait looks delicious.
Looks great.
That was odd. Okay.
Yep, this is
But I
the
won't
trailer.
lie, it
Go
looks
ahead.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Have I told you guys that my favorite one is the redhead? I can't think of her name right now, but
Oh, Kyoko.
yep.
That's the
I
one.
really
The one with the spear, right?
yeah, I really like that she can like turn it into like that like a three staff thing where like she can kind of throw it and stuff. It's just cool. I think
Oh
she's
yeah, no,
cool.
I agree, man. I agree.
Her and the blue one are like tied for the bottom for me. I'm not a big fan of the red one.
I like Sayaka, which is the blue one, with the swords and the healing magic.
Mm-hmm.
I like her only because of what happens to her later in the show and by extension the movie. If
Mm-hmm.
that stuff didn't happen the way it did, she'd probably be dead last for me too. But she
Mm-hmm.
grew on me.
And then
Ma-
following on, oh, sorry, what were you gonna say?
Mommy's still the best.
I know you guys are big mommy enjoyers. I don't know. I just like the redhead
No,
a lot.
She
She's more
she
Mommy's
fiery.
great. Mommy's awesome. I never really thought who my favorite was. That's an interesting one.
Mommy, Homura, Madoka, red hair and blue hair tied for last.
The other one is the other news story was Godzilla got a greenlit. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a -1 sequel, so
Yo, that
-2.
sounds awesome. Okay.
Same director, coming back.
Dude,
So I'm
should
excited.
should name this Godzilla Zero, and then the next one be Godzilla plus one, and you can have Mothra in it.
That'd be funny.
Well, without a doubt, I
Um,
mean, we're gonna go see the sequel to Godzilla -1, I imagine.
Hell yeah!
oh yeah, we are. The
I
other
hope
one is this.
I hope it's
Sorry.
in black and white.
Yeah, if there's a black and white version, we should go see that one. The last one is this Kaya-chan. This is a horror manga. I've read this before. I read this. It's actually pretty good. If you guys get a chance, you should read it. But I recommend it. It's about this little girl. She's the strongest exorcist, but she doesn't know it. And she
Mm.
kills demons in one punch. That's the whole thing. Is that she's not scared of
Okay.
demons or
One
ghosts.
one punch.
and she kills him in one punch. And then
Down, down,
lastly,
down, 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 down.
One Piece. There were a bunch of One Piece. I guess the entirety of volume 110 was plastered in a Japanese subway station, but all of the like parts where Vegapunk is revealing world secrets were blacked out, which I think was pretty creative, as you can see right here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's a good way to promote One Piece, which is really funny. But I thought this was pretty cool. I mean, what's your take on that, Sherm? Salem?
The parts where Vegapunk was revealing stuff was like some of the most excited I've been reading One Piece. Like the Gorosei trying to like stop the broad. I shouldn't say too much. The Gorosei trying to stop Vegapunk from revealing the secrets of the world was like some of the fastest I was reading manga chapters. It's really good.
Only thing I gotta say is that like it's really interesting that they just took all the panels and just plastered them as an advertisement. Thank God they actually blacked out like the important bit though.
Yeah,
So,
imagine you were reading One Piece, you hadn't been caught up, and you walked past this in Shibuya, and you just saw it. You were like,
dude,
"Well, fuck."
dude, the Harry Potter spoiler shit that you guys were talking about before. Imagine they just they were just having pages on the fucking vehicles and just driving by. It wouldn't
The
work as well, but
the best part of the best part of the way Oda's written it so far is like he's revealed some things, but there's still major portions missing. So I'm real excited. Like every time you read, you're just like, maybe this will be the episode where we get to put more pieces of the puzzle together, I guess.
All
So,
right, so
excuse
I
me.
think we'll end it here. Sorry,
mm-hmm,
it's a little abrupt, but I'm sure you can hear it.
mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I gotta
But
get going anyway, so
Yeah.
well, thanks you guys for tuning in. We'll try to figure something out to record throughout the week. Sorry for the noise. Other than that, you guys have anything else to say?
Can't say I do.
nope, I'm good.
All right. Well, my name's Jose, aka Sonomonjo. This is my Den of Otakus. Hit us up on the Twitters, Instagram, email, Isano_Monjo, and then email Isano.monjo. By the way, one of our videos got 100 views. I call
Let's
that a
go.
milestone.
Let's
Okay,
go.
okay, that's real good.
Popping off.
But other than that, I mean, shit, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, write us some damn emails.
Yeah, please. I want to tell
All
you
right.
how wrong you are.
All right. Well, bye.